ham and eggs means points any way you can dice them. Tracy Ham has supplied plenty of offense this season, scrambling for almost 10 yards per carry and throwing 8 touchdown passes. While his partner on the plate, Donald Igwe-Bike, has scored every time he has kicked the football. Baltimore 2-2. They're in second place in the Eastern Division, and they'll face another 2-2 American expansion entry in the Canadian Football League, the Las Vegas Posse. The CFL next on HTS. HTS and the Baltimore CFL Football Club presents CFL Football. Live from Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Las Vegas Posse plays host to Baltimore. As you can see, the Nevada mountains overlooking Sam Boyd Stadium, where the Las Vegas Posse call home. And tonight, the Posse plays host to the Baltimore CFLers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Rimmer, your play-by-play voice here on HTS, joined by a couple of bookends, a couple of members, former members of the CFL Colts, Stan White and Tom Matte. And for Stan, the first question, Tracy Ham coming off another impressive effort, albeit a loss against Winnipeg. What can we expect here tonight?
Well, you can expect a lot of things. You know, some people's talents are meant for a certain game. Michael Jordan for the NBA, maybe not for Major League Baseball, but Tracy Ham was meant for the CFL. Not only can he throw the ball extremely well, but he adds that 12th man to the offense and makes the defense commit a 12th man to him.
Tom Matte, one of the big stories in the Canadian Football League this season has been the outstanding placement kicking of Donald Igwe-Bike.
Iggy has just been fantastic, Jeff. This guy has been kicking so consistently. I'll tell you something. He's probably the best kicker in the whole country right now, as far as I'm concerned. He's got the range, he's got the length, and he's also a leader on the field. And I like that.
You talk in terms of quarterbacks. We mentioned Tracy Ham. There'll be a youngster starting his first game out of Northwestern. Len Williams gets the football tonight.
Len Williams, we had a chance to interview him yesterday, and boy, I'll tell you something. He's got a lot of pressure put on him, but he thinks he can rise to the occasion. A very smart young man. He's a little heavy on his feet, so I think there's going to be a lot of pressure put on him today by our defense because Don Matthews really wants to keep him under wraps.
Speaking of pressure, a youngster out of that national championship program at Florida State, Tamarick Vanover. He struggled, and there's some pressure on him.
Well, there is, but for Len Williams to be successful tonight, he's got to get the ball to Tamarick Vanover. Great ability. Here's a kid that went right from high school, scored touchdowns on kick returns the first 2 times he touched the ball for Florida State. He should be able to jump from college to the CFL, but he struggled because of his weight. But tonight, they're going to put him in the slot and try to get him the ball.
On the artificial turf here at Sam Boyd Stadium, they say the game time temperature will be 120 degrees. Not much cooler up here in the broadcast booth. But when we return, we'll have the opening kickoff from Las Vegas, Nevada. The Posse in Baltimore. The CFL on HTS. Jeff Rimmer, Tom Matte, and Stan White with you. Here's the kickoff. Robbie Keane sending it deep. Pringle inside his own 10. He's to the 20, 25. Dances his way to the 28-yard line before he's met by a host of tacklers left by left corner Maurice Kelly. And that's where Tracy Ham of the Baltimore CFLers will scrimmage the football for the first time here tonight. You see the starting lineup: Tracy Ham, Pringle, and Tupeludo in the backfield. Armstrong, Beals, Wilson, and Britton are the receivers. Offensive line: Portnash, Ballard, Subis, Glenn, and Ford. Eddie Brett to the near side.
Little timeout on the field down there, trying to set the flag down there on the sideline. Here we go with Tracy. A hot night out here in this town, I'll tell you.
Walter Wilson, Chris Armstrong, Eddie Britton, the wide receivers. Here's a quick toss there. Cut by Walter Wilson, and he makes it to the 44-yard line. Before he is pulled down. Brad Lacombe tackling Armstrong.
That time, Walter Wilson, he's the leading receiver on the team right now. He has 18 catches, an average of about 13.5. Picks up about that same average on that one.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball scrimmaged at the 43. Tracy Ham in shotgun formation. Sees the defense. Now looks over the middle. And the pass intended for Eddie Britton behind him. Defending on the play with Maurice Kelly. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, what Las Vegas tries to do is almost every down play a different defense. The first time they were in man and they got mixed up under the coverage. This time they ran the same play offensively and it was a zone and the same pattern wasn't there.
2nd and 10 from the 43. Tracy Ham sends 2 receivers wide left. Armstrong and Walter Wilson. Beals and Britton to the right side. Straight back to pass. Good protection. Looks deep. Armstrong, he's got it. He's at the 35-yard line and a big first down for Tracy Ham and the Baltimore CFLers. The tackle from Anthony Blue, the Las Vegas, Nevada grad, and it's a big first down.
Here again, right here. Look at Tracy Ham under pressure. Post pattern to the inside, right on the money. Great catch. And great holding on the ball because that defensive back came up and really nailed him.
Las Vegas leads the league in sacks. The one thing they give up is coverage to get those sacks, and you can see a blitz there on 2nd and 10. Nobody in the middle, and Tracy Ham smart enough to see the open man.
Ham second in passing efficiency behind Doug Flutie. Again takes the snap. Short pass, and it's caught. There's a flag on the play. The receiver, Joe Washington, down to the 20-yard line. He was tackled by Greg Tucker, left linebacker for the Las Vegas Posse. Holding is the call, and it looks like it's against Baltimore.
Holding, Baltimore number 68.
Indeed it is.
Penalty, first down repeated.
First down will be repeated.
Baltimore, one of the least penalized teams in the CFL. I think they are the least penalized teams, and that's important because with only 2 downs, it's very hard to make up that lost yardage.
Ron Meyer, who coached the Indianapolis Colts for 5 years, also here at UNLV and with the New England Patriots. Tracy Ham looks over the middle. That one deflected off one of the oncoming defensive linemen, and it'll be 2nd down.
The receiver hadn't even looked yet. There was pressure on the quarterback. He tried to make an adjustment and throw the ball quick. Now you see, look at the pressure coming from right in front of him here, and now he just throws, and look, the receiver hasn't even looked yet. So a miscommunication between the quarterback and the wide receiver.
Especially on a blitz like that, that receiver has got to see the blitz and look to the inside. Tracy made the adjustments, receiver didn't.
2nd and 20 from the 44. Ham looks deep. On the right side, the pass intended for Joe Washington, out of bounds. And Calvin Nicholson defending on the play. It's a little different than Memorial Stadium turf. We have a situation here where there's very little room on the sidelines, Tom Matty.
No question. Right in. I'll tell you, if you run that pattern to the outside, you have the opportunity to run right into the sidewall. Although they're padded, there's only 5 yards between the sideline and that wall.
Again, this is the home of the UNLV Rebels, and of course the Canadian Football League field are wider and longer. The end zones, in fact, are not CFL regulation.
They're only 15-yard end zones. The field is only like 63 yards wide instead of the 65.
52-yard field goal attempted here by Donald Igwe-Dike. It's up. He's got the distance. It's wide. It goes through the end zone for a single point. 1-0 Baltimore.
Boy, he put the leg into that one, Tom. He kicked that all the way out of the end zone on a 52-yard attempt. So the kickers love to play on artificial turf because the ball sits up for them. They can't use a tee, so it's almost like being in the fairway on golf as opposed to the rough.
How about the desert air?
Well, that has something to do with it, too. And you can see the ball fades to the right. Usually kickers, soccer kickers, the ball will go to the left. But this kick, in like a knuckleball, faded to the right because it wasn't turning end over end as much as it usually does on a shorter kick.
Len Williams out of Northwestern, the starting quarterback here for the Posse. He came in after the first play in Toronto and a loss to the Argonauts. Williams hands off to number 88, Zedrick Robinson. Robinson to the 50-yard line before he's tackled by Robert Pressbury, who leads all CFLers with 5 quarterback sacks. Keep an eye number 72, Presley, of the Baltimore CFLers.
A good trap to the inside that time. Here's the lineup right now.
And there is the offensive lineup led by Len Williams for the Posse. 2nd down and 4. The ball spotted at the 50-yard line. Williams, the long cadence again. It is Zedrick Robinson to the 50 before he's tackled by Matt Goodwin, who moves to linebacker this week. Don Matthews very pleased as we got a look at the offensive line of the Las Vegas Posse of the continued improvement from Matt Goodwin through each of the first 4 games of the season.
The Goodwin brothers have been a great addition to this ball club. Both great-looking athletes, got all kinds of ability and great speed.
Petrie is a lone back for this punt return for Baltimore. And here's the boot by Robbie Keane. Petrie to the 20. Tackled at the 22-yard line. And Baltimore will scrimmage for the 2nd time from deep in their own zone. Well, they got far enough for Igwebike to attempt the 52-yard field goal. Don Robinson providing the tackle there.
Jeff, one of the things here that you see is in the huddle, they have a timeout right here, right now. But when you have our quarterback, Tracy Ham, coming up to the line of scrimmage, he's shouting to both sides of the field. You'll be able to see it on the replays here one of these times. But when Tracy Ham is calling out, he's calling out a formation to one side of the field for the 2 backs to run out there. They have like a 6-4 pattern, and on the other side, they do the same thing.
Ron Meyer, tumultuous 5 years with a guy folks in Baltimore love to hate, Bob Irsay. In fact, he suggested this week to Alan Goldstein of the Baltimore Sun that they should rename the Colts the Possums because they always get killed on the road and they play dead at home.
Well, he has no greater love, I think, for Bob Irsay than Tom or I or anybody that ever was with that organization. He had to live with him, and this is the article Jeff was just referring to. But Ron Meyer, though, was a winning coach for the Indianapolis Ursays. He was 36-35, and that's a great accomplishment
for that.
Yeah, because they give you no help there. And so for him to do that shows you he can win anywhere.
He's come full circle, returning here to Las Vegas. He coached UNLV back in 1973. Of course, was a successful coach at SMU, left the program, and what were there, 25 rules violations? They got the death penalty.
They wrote a book about it, Jeff. So, yeah, there's a lot of things going on between UNLV and SMU, some of the violations, but in pro ball, you can get away with the stuff that he was doing in college, so he'll be all right here. There'll be no NCAA violations here.
Don Matthews worked the players hard in Baltimore at Towson State all week long. He's expecting big things from Tracy Ham. And the Baltimore CFLers here this week against Las Vegas. Ham 2 for 5 for 43 yards. There's a handoff to Pringle. He's pulled down behind the line of scrimmage, led by Calvin Nicholson. The Posse dropped the CFLers behind the line of scrimmage there.
Watch the blitz. You're going to see number 4 come through right here on the blitz and no place to go. When you run into a blitz and a guy fills the gap on a trap, the play's dead to begin with.
It's 2nd down, 12 to go from the 26. Quick rush and stopped there behind the line of scrimmage is Tracy Ham. Jason Medlock with the quarterback sack, and it'll be a punching situation for Baltimore. Josh Miller leading the specialty team on.
Watch Pete Ballard on this one right here. He gets beat to the outside. He's supposed to pick the man up to the outside. Misses him completely. 98 comes right in on the backside and nails Tracy for a big loss.
Tracy hanging onto that football. See him protect it there?
It's a tough play for the guard. And a lot of NFL teams have quit doing that because the defensive guys are so quick. He has to pull out, and you can see the injured player there. But
Jeff Sawyer, that injured player.
And still go out there and defend against a guy that quick. It's tough to do, and we can see right there it didn't work for Baltimore.
Josh Miller standing on the goal line. Steps up to the 4-yard line and gets a good kick away here in the desert air. Fielded at the 40 by the Posse. For the 48-yard line, there's a couple of flags down. Perhaps no yards. We'll have to wait for the official call. Alvin Walton and O.J. Brigance.
Watching the coverage right here. Good camera coverage. You'll be able to see the penalty right away. The clip from the backside right there, right up his back. You're not allowed to do that one.
You can't do that, Don. You know, all the years we've been coached, when in doubt, you don't throw the block.
Exactly.
Because they're going to call it most of the time because it's if you're coming from behind, it's going to look like a clip even if you get your head in front.
Our referee tonight, Dave Ewell, Rick McFadden, Darrell Barron, Jim Farmer. Also on the field, Farmer the field judge, Darrell Barron the side judge, and the headlinesman, Rick McFadden. Our referee, Dave Ewell.
Illegal block. Las Vegas on the run back. Major foul face mask. Baltimore, 5-yard net, first down.
Didn't see the face mask.
Another difference in the CFL, when it's not offsetting penalties. If one is more yards than the other, the team gets the difference between the two. And here, Las Vegas gets the 5-yard difference.
Gives them great field position, too, Jeff. They're right on the 50-yard line.
9:53 left to go. 1-0 the score on a wide field goal by Igwe. Baltimore leading. Glenn Williams, straight back to pass. Good protection. Looks down deep on the left side. The intended receiver.
Curtis Mayfield, the intended receiver.
Mayfield, Irwin Smith, doing a great job defending on the play.
And we're going to see a lot of those fly patterns tonight. Tom, we talked about it yesterday. They're going to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They're going to bring extra people.
Exactly.
And that's going to make Williams throw the ball quick and probably try to go deep to get Baltimore out of that blitz.
2nd and 10 from the 50. The Posse with their second series here early in the first quarter. Williams in shotgun formation. Straight back to pass. Not very mobile, but gets out of the pocket here. And he's got all kinds of room. Across midfield, down to the 40. Takes that 42-yard line. Williams saw a hole, and he headed for open ground. Ken Watson pulling down Williams.
Again, you'll be able to see the pressure here. The blitz is on by Baltimore, but Williams reads it, steps up in the pocket. All kinds of room to run downfield. Good move here.
And they felt they didn't have to worry about this because the kid is sort of slow-footed, and they gave away this. They gave it to him and made him take this. That was so wide open that either Matt or I could have probably got yards.
Williams, a handoff to number 88, Cedric Robinson. And not fooled at all were the Baltimore CFLers.
Oh, Mr. Bayless coming in on the tackle. This is the guy who's one of our marquee players. Watch Gerald Bayless right here, number 98. Just a counter trap right here, coming back to the backside. Bayless reads it perfectly. He's got that quickness. 6 foot, 280 pounds, moves like a cat out there.
Yeah, he led the whole CFL in tackles for losses last year, so that's his specialty right there.
And he's made 9 tackles. That's his 10th, despite being double-teamed most of the way. 2nd down, 14 to go. The ball to 45. Williams, a short screen pass, caught by Cedric Robinson. And that will be short of the first down. Well short.
Nice play. Nice play by Ricky Andrews, who is starting his first game at middle linebacker. Watch him beat the block on this shuttle pass. Right here's a block right on him. He goes right through the block. If 61 makes the block on Ricky Andrews, that play goes for about 20 yards because there was nobody else. Everybody else was run off on man-to-man coverage.
51 yards.
Ricky Andrews moving to middle linebacker. And look at this. We've got a 51-yard field goal attempt by Carlos Huerta out of the University of Miami. Here's the kick. It's up. It's got the distance. It's good. Huerta with a 51-yard field goal. And the Posse leads 3-1.
A great kick. Well, Huerta right there, 3-1. It looks like a baseball score. Watch the leg extension on this, Jeff. He really gets through the ball. Knows he has it all the way.
Huerta, a great kicker at the University of Miami, and both teams have real good kicking games. So that's going to be sort of a push tonight. And what's going to make the difference is who can make the big plays against the different offenses.
There's the Posse cheerleaders. Ray Yock, the head coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, I'm told, very upset. The Roughriders have been here already this season. He felt his football team was watching the Posse cheerleaders when they should have been concentrating on the football game, and he asked the Posse for future games to move the cheerleaders away from the visiting team's bench.
I'd put them there twice as many if that was the case. You kidding me? That's Ray Yock's fault.
Some of the things that we have coming up as far as rule changes are really important that one of the things, these are the things you have to really look for. Number one, there's an extra man on the field. That gives us the 12-man field, the larger field. The ruse point, which is the one-pointer, which we've already had already. The two-point conversion, which is now in the NFL also. And the 20-second clock, which really makes this game move faster. And when you come up with the 40-second clock in the NFL, when you have two stats, boy, it makes a difference.
Yeah, one timeout and a half, that changes. No longer can you come up there to the line of scrimmage and see something and call a timeout because you can only have one per half. Backfield, we see guys in motion all the time. The line of scrimmage, the defense as players have to line up a yard off the line of scrimmage. If they go inside that yard, then there's a penalty for being offsides. No fair catch. We all know that on the punch. You got to give them 5 yards, though. If you go in that zone, it's a penalty. And, of course, the different penalties all the way up to 25 yards for unsportsmanship-like conduct.
Ron Meyer
thrown out of game, too. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Ron Meyer talking at the news conference yesterday about the significant changes he had to make to his lineup, a total of 16 changes from last week's game against Toronto. And so far, I'm impressed with a football team that's made as many lineup changes as Ron Meyer's posse has. Gentlemen?
Well, I have to agree with you. I mean, their whole left side of the line came in to camp Monday. They hadn't even been with the team, and, you know, that's tough.
Trying to make up the boards is right. You understand? I mean, just making the boards up. I have so many eraser marks on it's unbelievable.
Tracy Ham. Play whistle down. We have 2 flags on the play. Illegal motion, or perhaps offside.
I believe so.
I don't know. Is there an illegal motion?
Well, everybody goes in motion.
Everybody goes in motion. I don't know about the illegal, but I know that the Posse was offside, jumped across the line of scrimmage on that one, and gives us a 1st and 5. Good field position, too.
Washington and Britt flank to the near side. Tracy Ham barks out the signal, hands off to Pringle. He's pulled down behind the line of scrimmage. And that's a big play.
Roy Hart came in from the backside again. Boy, I'll tell you, he is quick. Came right across the kid. Read it. Makes the penetration in the backfield. Pringle has no opportunity to run the ball at all.
When they're blitzing, you can't run that play, Tom.
No.
They've run into a blitz twice both times they've tried to run it.
Pringle coming into the ball game here tonight. 635 all-purpose yards. And he's also played a key role in specialty teams plays. Got 5 tackles. Amongst the leaders on the Baltimore CFLers. There's a completed pass at the 50-yard line. That will be a first down.
Washington.
Brad Lacombe pulling down Joe Washington, but not before he comes up with a reception and the first down for Baltimore.
Hooks up right over the middle there. Just reads the defense perfectly. Gets in that dead spot. Goes down, hooks up about 10 yards down. A perfect throw by Tracy Ham.
Ham again in shotgun formation. We're going to see a lot of footballs in the air here tonight. Ham with good protection. Looks over the middle to Britton. He makes the reception at the 40. And make that the 39-yard line. And it's another first down. Eddie Britton all open inside the 40.
Offensive line should be credited for this. See how much time he has? On this field, you give any quarterback this much time, you're going to get a long completion. They can clear out, and Eddie Britton comes across the area that was cleared out by the other receiver, and Ham just throws it in there. Great blocking by the offensive line.
David Hollis, another UNLV grad, with the tackle. Tracy Ham again looks deep on the left side for Walter Wilson, tipped in and out of his hands by Al Jordan, defending on the play for the Las Vegas Posse.
You know, here again, you take a look at the rules in the NFL and the rules in the CFL right here. I would definitely call. Look how the defensive back is just pushing him off prior to it. I mean, that has to be interference, Dan. Laird loves that, but I mean, you know.
He should have caught the ball, though. And
yeah, he should have.
The defender almost fell down. And look at it. It goes right into both hands. You got to make that catch right there, unless he tipped that ball, but I don't think he did.
Wilson's second and 10 here now. Tracy Ham rolls out, looks downfield, and it's tough. And it's a reception by Joe Washington.
Oh, they missed. Sean Beals was downfield. Nobody on him by the end zone. They blew the coverage on the slot man. See if we can see it. Look downfield. See
straight down the middle.
Right down the middle. But he'd already predetermined who he was going to go to for the first down and never saw him.
Nice play there by Washington to keep both feet in bounds, but he only needs one in the CFL.
That's right. But they always practice that two-step in there. Coming over for a measurement on this one, see how much they have to get for the first down. But again, that was a semi-rollout on that one, Jeff. And when they do that, what happens is... looking at Brian Meyer, always has a mouth. He keeps talking. This is his kind of a town here. The press conference, he is really an interesting guy to talk to, too.
He was interested in talking to a couple of former Baltimore Colts. So
you got it right. You got it right. He called it Baltimore.
Not only that, Ohio State guys.
Ohio State, two Buckeyes.
Yeah, he was raised right outside of Columbus. So in fact, he said he used to follow Matty when he was a little kid.
Westerville, Ohio.
And that's usually a joke, but this time
that old, are you, Matty?
Yeah, it's usually a joke, but he's serious.
He's serious this time. Meyer, very gracious individual.
And a neat guy,
Well, you just like him, Matty, because he likes you.
Big play here, 3rd and short.
Matty needs all the friends he can get.
It's shooting the field goal and going to go for the first down with the short yards. Will be the sneak. Remember, they're a yard off the ball. That means the sneak can almost get a first down before they can even react.
3rd down and 1. The ball spotted at the 29-yard line.
Talk about big plays.
Ham lines up behind Subis, and he's pushed ahead. Of course, the Posse say he hasn't made the first down. Baltimore says, at least the players say he has. All depend on where they spot this football.
I didn't like the sidestep. That allowed them to get penetration before he got to the line of scrimmage. If he went straight ahead, he'd have had the first down distance without them being able to get into that zone.
They're going to call for the measurement here.
The Colts are the Colts. The Baltimore team, I got to be very careful about that again.
They may cart you away before the night's over here.
Yeah, I know it. Offense very confident on this. They felt they do have the first down. Tracy Ham falls away. Again, remember, they've got to stay a yard off that ball.
They got it by the length of a football.
Well, that was the key, Tom, being a yard off the ball. Because if they were not, he wouldn't have made it.
No question.
Gutsy call. I think early in the game you have to go for that. I think Don Matthews is a guy who lives that fine line.
So, the 3rd down gamble pays off. It's 1st and 10 from the 28. Tracy Ham checking over the defense. Back in shotgun formation. Drops back. Has to throw quickly. Touchdown! All right, number 81 with the touchdown reception for the Baltimore CFLers. That's Chris Armstrong, the slot back, and Baltimore to pay dirt for the first touchdown of the evening.
A great pass by Tracy Ham and a great run. Post pattern to the inside. Chris Armstrong coming right there.
Right down the seam,
Ham said right down the seam, splits the seam.
And the key is, Tom, with the wide field, the free safety can't get there on the seam. See where that is? Right on the hash mark. The free safety is still coming over.
And Chris Armstrong has the speed, looks the ball in his hands, and does his little dance afterwards.
You look at that right down the seam. Now, right in between the strong safety, which is really an outside linebacker, and the free safety.
Extra point. Igwe up and good. So Baltimore regains the lead after leading 1-0, now leading 8-3. The CFL on HTS coming to you from the desert in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, you have to take a look at the weather here. Today it was about 112 to 120 degrees today, but the humidity is so much different here than it is back home.
What humidity?
What humidity is right. But you take them down, go down on a field down there. If it's 112 up here on that field because that synthetic grass out there absorbs the heat, it's probably about 120, 125 degrees.
At least. I bet it was 130 during the day, but it's cooled off a little bit, and that's, thank God they play at night.
Yes.
If a Gold Sheriff badge appears, then you have just won a Posse hat and T-shirt.
One of the things that we really talk about is the field dimensions, and the thing that we're talking about. In the CFL, the yardage is 110 yards long as to 100 yards in the NFL. There's two 20-yard end zones, but in Las Vegas here, because of the stadium size here, they have been cut down by 5 yards, so it's only 15, and the field is 65 yards wide, but here we also have to be able to cut it down.
Well, this is the NFL field, Tom, and I think the biggest difference is I think the extra width is somewhat negated by the 12th man because you got an extra guy to cover the area. But the end zones, it really makes you play differently when you're down defending against the red zone, as they call it, because you have to worry about the guy going behind. You don't have that extra man at the end of the end zone. But then again, here it's only 15 yards, so it's not quite the advantage.
28-yard touchdown pass from Tracy Ham to Chris Armstrong. Ham now 6 of 10 for 114 yards and 1 touchdown. Baltimore leading 8-3, 4 minutes, 19 seconds left to go first quarter here at Sam Boyd Stadium. Igwe with the kick. Bullock back to the 20 and pulled down at the 23-yard line.
Anytime you can keep that offense inside the 30-yard line on these kickoffs, it's great team special teams.
Malcolm Goodwin with the tackle for Baltimore.
And, you know, you keep saying starters' names on special teams with a 37-man roster. These guys got to be in great shape. Not only is it 20 seconds in between plays, but they got to play a lot of special teams. They got to be in much better shape than they do in that other league. That other league.
Len Williams in shotgun formation. Overlooks the defense. Sends 4 receivers wide right. Looks downfield. Fumbles the football, and it's picked up in the backfield by Zedric Robinson.
And O.J. Brigance coming around from the outside. We ought to be able to see this, be able to see him come from the outside. Really pushes the pressure on the quarterback here. Quarterback setting up, watching the corner of your screen up here on the left. Number 57, O.J. Brigance coming around, coming through, making the tackle. The ball pops out. O.J.'s looking for it. Well, the big offensive lineman didn't know what to do with it, so he fell on a smart thing.
Well, James Richards, the guy they cut 2 weeks ago and brought him back just for this game, so they got a real makeshift offensive line. O.J.'s going to get a few tonight.
Flag on the play. The pass intended for the receiver, Prince Wembley III. In and out of his hands. There's a flag on the play.
And I think this penalty will be declined. Oh, no, it's on Baltimore. It's on Baltimore.
At least that's what the quarterback is signaling, and he usually is the first one they go to.
That's right, 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty, second down repeat.
So it'll be second down over again. 13 yards to go.
Don't forget to visit Arizona Charlie's.
Well, Wembley's got to make that catch. Here's a kid from Alabama, played on the national championship team, was the captain of that team. Their leading receiver, he's got to help out Len Williams in his first start. If he doesn't catch the ball, they're going to be in for a long night.
Williams certainly has size. Very likable guy. We had a chance to visit with him yesterday.
Too much time.
Flag on the play once more.
Yeah, they only got 20 seconds again after the penalty stepped off. And again, young rookie quarterback not used to the 20 seconds first, and maybe not even used to the rule change after a penalty. And you can't let, on a dead ball situation, you can't take too much time.
Keep an eye, folks. It is out there now, flank wide left, number 80, Tamarick Vanover. The marquee player. Each team allowed one. And Vanover out of Florida State. There's the marquee player who's struggling right now for the Posse. There's a pass by Williams way beyond the intended receiver, Curtis Mayfield. And it'll be a kicking situation.
The wrong pattern. Not even a question about that.
Watch the blitz on this. If we get at it, they sent everybody, and there was no pickup. 2 linebackers came free. Williams just had to throw it to avoid getting smacked and maybe fumble the football. That was just a throwaway, Tom.
I was going to say, he sure did everybody in the area, I'll tell you that. Okay. Let's go. Come on.
Bobby Keene will kick off now inside his own end zone. The kick is blocked, and it's a touchdown.
Oh, boy.
Matt Goodwin recovers the loose football.
Covered by number 39, Matt Goodwin.
And Baltimore with a big play.
They almost got the first one. Charles Anthony, who led the CFL in block kicks last year, almost got the first one, but there was 2 or 3 that may have got this one. Let's see who it is on the replay.
It is.
I think it's Goodwin.
It's
I
Goodwin.
think he blocked it and then picked it up and ran in for the touchdown. That's a complete play.
Former Redskin Alvin Walton right there as well. But a great play here. And it's a big play that puts Baltimore up 14-3, pending the outcome of this extra point by Donald Igwe-Bike.
And again, James Richards, the big tackle that couldn't block O.J. Brigance on the blitz, let Goodwin go right by him for the block.
It's up and good. 15-3 Baltimore with 2:32 left to go here in quarter one.
The point after is good.
If you can't block, you can't play the game.
That's right.
You got to be able to control the line of scrimmage, and with a makeshift offensive line, they're making mistakes everywhere, and it's going through them like a sieve.
Stan, you're exactly right. With all the things that happened to them in the last week, and just with the changes they've made, it's been unbelievable. I don't know how they can ever expect a team to come in for 2 days and be ready to play a game against what I consider a very good Baltimore club.
Well, I know Baltimore feels they must win. This is a game that they have to win. It's one that the team's struggling, the Posse's struggling, and you got to take advantage of those games and make sure your team is ready to play on the road, especially coming to Las Vegas, because there's a lot of temptations out here.
Woo!
is there ever,
Temptations?
man?
Like what? What
Like
temptations?
what? Like those slot machines that you have to open your door to.
The Baltimore CFL Football Club would like to thank Bruning Paint for their help with making Memorial Stadium look great this year. Its 40th anniversary. Bruning Paint supplied several thousand gallons of paint, and the Baltimore CFL Football Club is proud of the job they did. St. Joseph Hospital takes pride in taking care of the Baltimore CFL Football Club. And Continental Airlines, the official airlines of the Baltimore CFL Football Club, Continental, home of the Peanuts Fairs. Cedric Robinson on the return is pulled down by a host of Baltimore tacklers.
The tackle made by number 55.
Jeff, you know, you talked about the Bruning
Malcolm
Paint
Goodwin
Company,
leading away.
They have done such a great job. They gave us about 10,000 gallons of paint. You know, Larry Collins, Joe DeTore, these guys just worked with me, and Joby Walsh, our guy back in Baltimore, who I just think is the greatest for me. Anyways, my right arm. But Bruning did a great job for us. Really appreciate Bruning Paint. Memorial Stadium has never looked that good.
Len Williams lines up behind the center. Robert Cronenberg. Back to pass. Looks right. Cut by number 89, Curtis Mayfield. And then tackled on the play.
Tackle made by number 57.
We have a penalty flag on the play.
He has 9 on the play. Second down and 1.
Again, a good setup, good throw.
Is the official training facility.
This is the opportunity right here with the missed tackle.
Jim offers results for
Great recovery right here, making the tackle, not giving him the opportunity to get turned upfield and getting the big gain around that one.
Second and 1 from the 47, a minute 33, the clock running. The handoff to Cedric Robinson, and he's tackled by 3 Baltimore CFLers.
Tackle made by number 60.
Led.
Malcolm Goodwin, number 55, getting up a little bit slow on that play. Got back in the backfield, but and hit that fullback head on, and that was a load. He had good speed coming up to the inside. Picked up the first down.
Fields leading the tackle. First and 10 from the 50. Williams looks over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Curtis Mayfield.
That's intended for number 89, Curtis.
Good coverage by Irwin Smith. He was playing outside coverage, outside technique on him, but he closed well on the slant pattern. Watch him coming from the outside. There's a sandwich here, but the guy from the outside really forced the ball to be thrown into coverage on this. He's a nice hand by Irwin Smith there.
47 seconds left to go, first quarter. Ball on the 50, second and 10. Baltimore leading 15-3. You're watching CFL football on HTS, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. The fake handoff, Williams. Hotly pursued, gets away from the oncoming rush, and that is bumped out of bounds by Tracy Gravely.
Williams on the keeper.
You know, Williams maybe not as slow-footed as we were led to believe. I mean, he outran O.J. Brigance there, who supposedly has 4.4 speed. Watch him get around the quarter on O.J. there. You got to be able to pick him up and lay him down a little bit to be able to do that. So he gains 8 yards on the play.
Well, see, this is dangerous. This field is so, you know, the out of bounds, that wall is so close, and when you push a player like that, that's tough.
Third down and a kicking situation. Robbie Keane standing at his own 43-yard line. Carl Anthony fields it at the 1, 5, 10-yard line, dances away from a hit, and that is met by a host of Posse tacklers, led by James Bullock.
Tackle made by number 9, James Bullock.
Now, this is where a situation where the offense can really take control of the game. Right now, we're up 15-3. We get a long, good, sustained drive on this one, Jeff, and we could put this one a little bit more into control. I think they may lay down and roll over here.
You never know, though, Tom. Let me warn you, the Canadian Football League.
You're right.
Yeah, remember the big lead last week.
Oh, yeah, 25-10 and what have, and turned around.
The other thing, too, endurance will certainly be a key for Baltimore as this game goes on, playing in the desert heat. That will be a factor as we get to the third and fourth quarter. Casey Ham away from the oncoming rush in his own end zone and throws it out of bounds. Good play there by Ham, and he was tackled in the end zone. Let's watch him get up here. with some help from the Las Vegas Posse. The first quarter is over, and Baltimore leads 15-3.
Well, Ham has been pretty well bottled up as far as running the football. You see here he tries to break outside, but good pursuit by the defense of the Posse.
Jeff Sawyer.
Yeah, 97, their leading sack. He's got 4 sacks. That's second in the league. You know, he did an excellent job there. Almost got a safety out of it.
So an impressive first quarter and a big turnover has Baltimore leading the Posse here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the CFL on HTS. Tracy Ham with an intended pass for the receiver, Beals. And it bounced before getting anywhere close to Beals. And it'll be third down in a kicking situation, punting situation for Baltimore.
Well, Tracy does get outside the contain this time, but because it's second long, he has to hold and try to get the first down. Just throws it high. Eddie Britton was wide open. He had him on the run. It's a tough throw on the run, but one he's used to making.
That was a wide open man standing right there, hooked up in that zone. And it's hard to throw across your body, but Tracy has that capability. Should have that one.
Josh Miller inside his own end zone. He will kick it from the goal line. No rush, and he gets the kick away. The Posse, Cedric Robinson, tackled at the 42. There's a flag on the play.
Barber on the return. Tackled by number 33, Kevin Watson. We have a flag on the play.
Yeah, a couple of players trying to get to know each other a little better there.
Just a little head button.
Yeah,
I like
grabbing the face mask.
Illegal block. Block at Las Vegas, number 99 on the return. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Fisher's doing a good job.
Posse fans, turn to the Salon Sahara ad on page 47.
Number 99, the black Joe Walter. I don't know if we'll get it in the screen here. He's laying on, see him laying on top of the defender.
Oh, yeah.
He hit him in the back and then laid on him. I mean, he's smart enough to roll off so they don't see you on his back. Come on, give me a break.
Now, this was the best field position for the Posse to scrimmage from in this football game. Almost to center field, the 55-yard line. Williams straight back to pass. Good protection. Looks deep. The pass caught at the 22-yard line. Tamarick Vanover out of Florida State, and that's got to give him a big lift, Stan White.
Well, we talked about him before the game in the slot. They wanted to get him moving so he could get away from the defender, and he's moving right down the seam again. Baltimore faked the blitz and came out, but the free safety could not get over to the seam. Not good enough coverage. Nice throw, though, by Len Williams. Watch him lay it in right over the defender. And Tamarick Vanover makes a good catch.
And Williams has been impressive here in this football game. Showing some running ability, and he certainly has a good arm. Again, Williams looks over the middle. Look at this Vanover. He's wide open. He'll go into the end zone untouched, but there's a flag on the play. Hold on, folks.
24-yard penalty.
Right back to Vanover, who is wide open, but there is a flag on the play.
It's on Baltimore.
It's against the Baltimore CFLers, so the Williams to Vanover connection works. And a big touchdown for Vanover.
They've been waiting to get this guy on track.
24 yards.
He came in heavy, out of shape, thought he could just come in and take the league over. Only 2 catches coming into the game, but we just saw 2 in a row that took them all the way down for the score. So here's a kid with great talent. This may be his breakout game.
For the PAT kick.
Carlos Huerta with the extra point. It's up and good.
And the kick is
Things
good.
change quickly around here. Again, watch the touchdown pass. Again, breaking back to the inside.
That's Anthony defending. Nice catch.
Yeah, that's a little bit the fault of the linebacker, Ricky Andrews there. He's got the short crossing pattern. See, he did not get it right there. He always knocks his own man off. He's got to give him enough room to take that short crossing pattern. He's free in the middle. His only responsibility is to take the short crossing patterns, and that defender is playing from the outside, counting on him being in there. When he misses or he makes the wrong angle, that's where he turns right into a touchdown.
Well, 13:08 remains in the second quarter. Baltimore leading Las Vegas 15-10. Call now for Baltimore CFL football action at 410-554-1040, and you can purchase a rest of the season season ticket package for $175. 7 games of CFL action at Memorial Stadium. Upcoming events include Wednesday, August the 10th, the after-work party and game versus the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Saturday the 20th, fireworks brought to you by First National Bank. Be on the lookout for the 1994 CFL football 5- and 3-game mini plans, which go on sale August the 18th. Operators on duty right now at Memorial Stadium at 410-554-1040 to take your orders.
Yeah, anybody...
You can charge your tickets on Visa or MasterCard. Call 410-554-1040 now and get in on the excitement of Baltimore CFL football.
They'll be open until, I know that these the ticket office will be open until 2 o'clock this morning, or tomorrow morning. And so give us a call down there if anybody wants some tickets or ticket information. That's 554-1040. It's real easy to remember. That's that good old IRS.
Plus the big party Wednesday night. Everybody
Big
working
party.
downtown.
That's right.
Go straight there. Don't need to go home.
Pringle and Petrie. Back for this kickoff. Pringle at his own 10, 15, 20. Dances away from a couple of tackles before he's pulled down at the 27-yard line.
Brought down by Anthony Blue.
You know, Jeff, you think you get a little bit comfortable. You got a 15-3 lead, and all of a sudden, boy, they're right back in. And here's a kickoff return again, breaking.
12 on the return.
They try to box you in that corner, so they kick it. Tries to get back to the outside. Keeps those legs driving, but still, good field coverage, good special teams coverage by the Posse.
Yeah, you got to kick it to the sideline. This feels too big to kick it down the middle. Too much area to cover.
First and 10 from the 27. Tracy Ham throws a short pass, and that's Canley who makes the reception. Sheldon Canley back up at both running back positions, 14 carries, 50 yards, and a big reception there.
Well, that was a different formation. The Colts put all their receivers to one side, then they give it to the back, out of the backfield as the fourth guy out. But you see a great play by the defensive end, Greg Tucker, for Las Vegas.
Canley remains in there now. Out in a receiving paddle. Away from the oncoming rush, Tracy Ham, he likes to run the football. He's got some open room. He could go all the way. Ham outdistancing the defensive back inside the 10-yard line before he runs out of bounds. But hold on, there's a flag way back in Baltimore territory.
Ron Meyer pointing it out to everybody that there's still a flag back down there. That's what Tracy has to do to stop all this blitzing, though, because when they blitz, there is no free safety. There's nobody to cover his run. If he can break through the front line.
Penalty decline, first down.
All right. I thought it was against Baltimore. Usually is when somebody breaks open. You think holding or something like that. But watch Tracy break the tackles. Now there's nobody to get him because everybody's following their man to man. And they just have to finally find him and then run him down.
Now, here's a quarterback that has speed. If I had this speed, I could have played this.
Got a little heavy, though, there about the 20-yard line, didn't it?
Yeah, he didn't want to take any chances.
Coming into this football game, and there is an injured Baltimore CFLer down at the 30. That's Joe Washington as we get one more look at Tracy Ham. He rushed 18 times prior to tonight's game for 176 yards, almost 10 yards per carry, and that's going to add to the average there. Outstanding heads-up play by Baltimore's franchise player, the exciting Tracy Ham.
81-yard run, that adds to the statistics real quick. And that's what I talked about before the game, Tom, that 12th man. You got to account for him. You got to put your 12th man on him. If you don't, like they did on the blitz, he's going to run, and you have nobody to take care of him. And with that type of speed, it can result in a big play.
Well, the thing about Tracy Ham that I like so much, Stan, is the fact that he's not the big, lanky quarterback. He's built more like a running back, so he has that great quickness. He's able to step up in that pocket. He sees that hole. He just burst through it, gave him that extra sprint, got him down the sideline, and almost ran out the whole defensive back, ran him out.
In the first quarter, Baltimore minus 2 yards rushing. They have improved with that big run by Tracy Ham. Takes the snap, hands off. There's a host of Posse tacklers there, perhaps to the line of scrimmage, but no more. To E. Peluto, the ball carrier, the Baltimore fullback, pulled down by Roy Hart.
Yeah,
No gain on the play.
Tom, I've noticed this on Baltimore, the other games. Every time they get inside the 10-yard line, the first play is always a running play.
Yes.
And I haven't seen any of them work yet.
Not either have I.
And puts them in a tough situation. Now it's essentially they either got to make a touchdown on this play or they got to kick a field goal.
Joe Wolford, the injured member of the Las Vegas Posse. I'm wondering, guys, as former National Football League and Stan, in your case, the USFL players, again, the desert heat. I think both Washington and Wolford suffering from leg cramps. Is it that heat and perhaps lack of water here or what?
You can see the penetration right there by Wolford, who is hurt. He gets underneath and tries to bring his head up and gets bent backwards. So I don't think that had anything to do with the heat. See, right, watch him right here. He closes on the trap. Great play.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see the offensive guard pulls his head backwards as he tries to keep him from the penetration.
2nd and 6. High formation. 3 receivers go in motion right. Tracy Ham rolls right. Looks to the end zone. Touchdown. Baltimore. Right. Eddie Britton with the touchdown reception. And Baltimore adds to their lead. 21-10 pending the outcome of the extra point from Igwe-Bike.
Well, that's student body right on that one, exactly. He came down in there, came back to the inside. Everybody was out to the right side right there, and you get the rollout by Tracy Ham. That really puts the pressure on the linebackers. That receiver just goes down, hooks back to the inside. Britton catches the ball. Big drive.
Yeah, there's a little confusion there, Tom, because of the fact that they put everybody in the backfield and then ran him out late. They were actually playing a zone and allowed him to hook up. You can't play a zone down that close.
It's up and good. Ron Kajemi, backup quarterback, the holder on that one. And Igwe-Bike adding to the lead, 22-10 Baltimore, 10:56 left to go, second quarter. One more look at the Ham to Britton reception for the touchdown.
Yeah, you can't look. See how wide open he is there against, they're essentially playing a zone. You confuse the defense, a young defense, expansion team. They didn't know what to do. They fell into a zone and allowed the guy just to hook up for a touchdown. That's just something you can't allow to happen from a defensive standpoint. You got to play man down there and stay between him and the football.
Great call by Tracy Ham on the drive. It was just a perfect throw to the inside. Britton coming up with a grab. Tracy is the leader on the field, has to be the leader on the field and off the field. Having a great night tonight. 8 attempts, 14.
Plus he's got 2 carries for 82 yards, so he's over 200 yards, or already 209 yards now, total offense in the first half.
I guess that's why he was so highly thought of and coveted by Coach Matthews and team owner Jim Spiros. They wasted no time in naming Tracy Ham their marquee player. If you remember, back shortly after the franchise was granted by Larry Smith, the commissioner of the Canadian Football League, and the Board of Governors. And Ham proving on tonight's performance he can do it all offensively. Here come the Posse. And that's Bullock who runs the ball back to the 35-yard line before he is tackled. It'll be first down for the Posse right there at the 35 with 10:50 left to go.
Interesting to see what type of effect now Mark Vanover will come back. Is he out of the shell now? Is it something that he feels more confident? He's ready to take over a game like he did in college?
Len Williams running the offense for the Posse. An impressive march last time Las Vegas had the football. Hands off on the play to Cedric Robinson. And he makes it to the 40 for a 5-yard gain.
They like to run the ball more than most CFL teams. I think they're second on CFL in rushing, but that goes back to Ron Meyer's days with the Pony. Well, not only that, back in college, he had Eric Dickerson and Craig James at Pony Express down at SMU. He had Mike Thomas at UNLV, who later played for the Redskins. He's always liked to run the football.
Curtis Mayfield, lone receiver to the left side. Looking right, though, is Len Williams. And that could be offensive pass interference there. The Posse defender actually, the Posse offensive receiver tackling the defender on the play. That's Al Whiting, who might have been called for offensive pass interference.
Nice job by Carl Anthony, though. It's a play they've been running, just the fly pattern. He gets in between the man and the ball. He's not behind him like you see a lot of times running. Watch him. He's in front of him. He gets his body. It's legal to do that. He makes the receiver run up his back and has no chance to get to the football.
Petrie will receive punt. standing now at his 25-yard line. Robbie Keane with a good high kick. Excellent hang time. That moves Petrie back to the 10, gets the legs going. 25, and pulled down at the 28-yard line.
Brought down by number 39, Tim Brody.
Tim Brody pulling down Petrie. Baltimore will scrimmage the football, 1st and 10 from the 27.
Nice kick. The kid does a great hang time on that kick. I'll tell you, he really got down under it. Again,
come on out this Wednesday from 5 to 7 at Memorial Stadium for the CFL's after-work party in the party zone. Party on the field, and go to the Baltimore-Hamilton CFL game. $14 gets you into the party and the game. Not bad. You'll have a chance to win a new car, get special happy hour food and beverage prices, and get in on other contests and door prizes. Get a group of 20 or more together, and your admission price is just $9 each. Call now, 410-554-1040, and talk to a CFL ticket seller now. 554-1040, your number for the after-work party Wednesday night from 5 to 7, 7:30 kickoff. Baltimore against Hamilton. Operators standing by. We hope to see you Wednesday at Memorial Stadium.
it's the party time out in the end zone.
We're going to have some fun out there.
Not only that, have a good hang time, that kick. We started commenting about that before the promotion, but Robbie Keane, the leading kicker in the league, a 63-yard kick with that type of hang time. So, but I think also he's got the wind behind him, the desert air. It's a nice place to kick if you're, want to lead the league.
I could have even been a punter here. I did it.
No. You may have been able to run that one.
I was at Ohio State. Did you know I was a punter there?
Tom, that was back when the quarterback always punted.
You're right.
The ball was round on the end too.
That's the way I threw it. What do you mean kick it? I gave option balls. They can catch either end. I got my brother out here, Jeff. You had a chance to see him. He's living out in California. Flew in for the weekend, and good old brother Bruce is down here.
Not a bad guy. What happened to you?
I know it.
First and 10 from the 26. Tracy Ham handing off.
Come on, keep
And good run there by Sheldon Canley, who's on for Pringle. Tackled by Roy Hart. The game looks like about 4 or 5 yards.
Again, and this one right here is just breaking back up to the inside and does a twist-out move. Picks up about 5 yards on the play.
They spot the ball in the 31. Make it 2nd and 6. Quick snap. Quick toss. Intended for receiver Chris Armstrong. In and out of his hands. And moving quickly, Maurice Kelly defending on the play for the Posse.
Well, the Colts are lucky. Maurice Kelly was going after the big hit and not looking up for the footballs. We have an injured player on the field.
Jason Medlock, yes.
That ball popped up where if he'd have been looking up, he'd have just picked it off and walked down the sideline for a touchdown. That's where eyes come in. Watch right here, Tom. Watch the receiver. The ball is thrown just a little bit behind him. Comes off his right shoulder, and if he's looking up, he just catches and walks in the end zone. You got to be able to see those things. You see there's going to be a tough catch. Maybe look for the tip ball, make a big play. I was always looking for tip balls.
Well, we've been talking here about the heat. Temperature around 115 degrees this afternoon, 112 at game time. The story here in Las Vegas, gentlemen, was that at UNLV, Ron Meyer was run out of town for apparently pushing his players to run sprints in the 122-degree heat here in Las Vegas. Do you think he's doing that here with the Posse?
Well, I wouldn't like to have to work out in this all the time, but, the one thing I look back at Baltimore with the heat that we've had lately, I can tell you for sure that the Baltimore team is in excellent condition right now because of the humidity we have in Baltimore. Our team is in great shape.
Don Matthews made a point of telling us yesterday that he was not going to use the desert heat as an excuse, and he wanted his players to think about anything else but the heat here in Nevada. Ball fielded at the 40-yard line to the 45, where the Posse will scrimmage. And some extracurricular activity after the play. A flag on the play. We got a
that's
Obviously, temper's a little short here.
Walter Wilson in on that. Can't take the chance of getting thrown out of the game no matter what.
Yeah,
You got to control your temper out there.
Matt Goodwin also in on. Here's the guy they're real high on, great athletic ability. He's getting his first start today. You don't want to get thrown out of the game when you get your first start.
Let the other guy make the mistake. I always just like to start those fights, Dan, and then walk away, let the lineman get in front of me and take care of me.
That was great to fight in football. You had all that equipment, you had all those big guys that could help you.
That's right.
You could be as brave as you wanted to be in football.
Now they're still trying to sort this one out. You see the flag at the Posse 40.
Both ways. Baltimore, number 39, rough play, disqualification.
Wow.
Las Vegas, 86, rough play, disqualification. Penalties balanced.
So Matt Goodwin's out of the football game.
That's what I'm just talking about. It's a dumb thing to do. You get your first start, they're counting on you to make big plays, and he gets thrown out of the game because he's going to be the tough guy.
Wolf Barber, the member of the Posse that's been tossed from the game, and Ron Meyer having words with him. Matt Goodwin, who Coach Matthews is extremely high on, moved to linebacker for this week's game, is through for the afternoon, or excuse me, evening.
Well, he's the fastest guy on the team. He runs a 4.3 40, and he's playing linebacker. So he's got a lot of versatility. He can drop back and play a free safety, or he can blitz from the outside, which allows you to disguise your coverages, confuse people. Not many people can do that, so it's going to change their whole game plan defensively.
Well, it's a backup for one of the starters of Baltimore in Goodwin, so obviously the Posse come out ahead on this one.
Yeah, considering the game plan that Baltimore had and using Matt Goodwin, this is a big blow to them and a big advantage now for the Posse in that exchange.
Both players tossed out of the football game.
Alvin Walton stepping in. Alvin had come off the injuries and is back into full health right now. Alvin's probably the most experienced NFLer on the team. Got a couple of Super Bowls, a couple of Super Bowl rings with the Washington Redskins, and has also great speed, but not like Goodwin at all.
Not even close. Yeah, not even close. That's why they moved him to linebacker. Really, even in the days with the Redskins, he had lost a little bit of speed, and they couldn't use him on pass coverage. So he's not Matt Goodwin, that's for sure.
It's interesting to see the officials. Yeah, they went them right to the locker room. I mean, I've never seen that before.
Well, you think this was an NHL game on HTS?
Well, Matt and Malcolm are twins. Could they change positions? You know, I mean, change and put him back.
They would never know. That's a great idea. Sneak him out through the tunnel or something.
Yeah, halftime soon.
Glenn Williams, long count, takes the handoff. Great protection, looks downfield. The intended receiver, great catch. Oh, my. Outstanding catch by Curtis Mayfield. And he was down, no touchdown. The Posse fans on their feet. But the ball was whistle play whistle down at the 15-yard line. No touchdown.
Again, great coverage here. Look at this. It's a rollout back to the backside. He just lays it out. Len Williams throwing the ball down the side. Good coverage. Right here, just goes up.
Nice concentration.
Great concentration.
Nice throw. It was a nice. Only he could catch the ball. It was a good throw by Williams. Again, he's got a nice arm.
Mayfield with a big reception. There's the ball getting away from Williams on the snap. He'll have to cover it up. And a big loss and a big play for Baltimore as a result. Robert Cronenberg with an errant snap. And Williams had to hustle after that football.
Fumble on the play.
And alertly so.
Tackle made by Burke.
Talk about a great break for Baltimore. A snap over the head. This is a great. Now in the record books, this is going to be a sack.
I know.
How many yards?
Everybody's rushing to get to him because they know it's a big stat for about the 25-yard loss and a sack. But Bird was the one that got there first.
2nd and 36. The ball at the 41. Williams in shotgun formation. One receiver wide left. One to the right. And again, a low snap. Fielded by Williams. Steps out of the pocket. Looks downfield. And in traffic, making the reception for the Las Vegas Posse. And a big catch indeed.
Puts him right in the
Again, breaking the outside contain was the key here. It buys him time. Again, more nimble than we thought. Look, watch him break the right side contain. And again, you give him this much time, they're going to find somebody wide open. The field's just too large. A nice throw going to his right, Igil.
Still 3rd and 20. Huerta with a field goal now. The ball marked at the 33. Huerta. It's up and good. 22-13 Baltimore leading the Posse. 6:12 left to go. Second quarter here on HTS.
Well, Baltimore really got a break there because the bad snap probably stopped them from going all the way to the end zone.
Next one wasn't much better than the previous one.
Yeah, made a nice play on it, then scrambled. That's all they were trying to do was get back in range for the field goal, try to get a shorter field goal. They accomplished that, and Huerta followed through with it and got his second field goal of the game.
I mentioned Ray Yacht, the coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and being a little upset with the Posse cheerleaders being so close to the Roughriders bench when they were here earlier on this season. There's really not a lot of room on the sidelines, and the players had nothing but to get a look at the Posse cheerleaders. Ray Yacht formerly coached in the USFL for the Washington Federals. A look at Caesar's Palace, and there's a look at the Posse cheerleaders. Yacht coaching in Canada prior to Saskatchewan with Winnipeg and with the Edmonton Eskimos. Left Canada at Edmonton, went to Washington, as you see the current temperature of 103 degrees. Went back to the CFL as an assistant, and now is head coach of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, replacing Don Matthews, who, of course, has come on here to Baltimore.
You say that again? What was that?
Tell me all that again. Tell me all that. Just a little background, guys.
Ray Yacht was one of the 5 coaches in CFL history to have 100 wins.
Right.
The Toronto coach, Bilovich, last week became the 5th one. And, of course, Don Matthews has 98. This would be 99. He would become the 6th one maybe next Wednesday if they were to hold on to win tonight.
Now, talking about the other coaches of the Baltimore Colts, one of the guys who I really like working with is Joe Barnes, and he played 11 years in the CFL, won 2 Grey Cups, and threw for 94 touchdowns. He's now coaching the quarterbacks and doing a great job. And I'll tell you one thing, working with the 3 quarterbacks that he has in Tracy Ham, John Kajemi, and Sean Jones is a great deal.
Here's Tracy Ham away out of the pocket, looks downfield, and the pass caught. No, but unable to hold on was Chris Armstrong, who was hit immediately by Maurice Kelly and could not hang on to the football. You mentioned quarterback Joe Barnes, who, of course, is now the quarterback's coach, working very closely with Tracy Ham. He was in Montreal for the Alouettes the years that I spent up there in Montreal, and a great quarterback, terrific guy. Barnes spent time, of course, in Calgary and the Toronto Argonauts before hanging it up. Went back to Texas Tech, and, of course, now back in the CFL with Coach Matthews here in Baltimore.
Tracy Ham looks like he's been dinged a little bit, but you know, after that long run, it doesn't take him very much after that to get fatigued. As you see, brace contained. Nice block by number 51, Nick Zubas, the center pulling out to help on the outside rusher. And the brace contained and then throws. He's almost just exhausted here, Tom. He doesn't even get hit. But that 81-yard run will take it out of you. And the next time he rolls out, he's got some ankle problems.
Ron Kajemi coming on, the backup quarterback. Kajemi will now work the Baltimore offense. John Kajemi, backup. Formerly played in the CFL, the Toronto Argonauts, and he now in the shotgun formation. Kajemi, quick toss, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Walter Wilson.
Again, you don't like to criticize the receivers, but these balls are in their hands. And whenever you get your hands on the ball, you're supposed to catch it.
Yeah, this is 2 in a row they've dropped, Tom. First Armstrong, now Wilson. This is Kajemi's first pass. He needs to catch that ball. He's looking for contact. He knows somebody's coming, and he takes his eye off the ball, and they're lucky they didn't catch that deflection.
Again, running right down the sideline for the touchdown.
He was obviously hearing footsteps. Merrick Vanover with a touchdown reception out of Florida State. Highly regarded, highly touted. Came to the Posse with a great deal of fanfare. And finally, doing something offensively for the Posse. Vanover
Josh Miller
pushed on the
lucky to
bounce.
get that one off, Jeff. Lucky to get it off.
Nice job, Josh. The ball bounced back to him. Did a nice job of getting down, feeling the punt, and then getting off quickly without getting a block because there was a lot of pressure on him.
Ernest Field.
Watch the snap. One hopper. Gets down like a shortstop, or more like a second baseman, I guess. Shortstop can't get a second baseman do. He does get it off. It's not a great kick, but it's a lot better than the alternative.
Yeah, that was more McLemore than Cal Ripken.
That's for sure.
That was Ripken. He'd have slinged it to the punt returner. Williams, good protection, looks downfield. Open is a receiver, an outstanding catch made by Robert Claiborne. Oh my! Williams' numbers are going to be impressive. He's getting all kinds of protection, and again, a big catch by a receiver, this time Robert Claiborne. Irvin Smith defending on the play and pulling Claiborne down.
Well, splitting the seam again here, Stan.
Exactly right. Tamarick Vanover went over the middle and held the free safety, and they hit the seam in between the corner and the free safety. Nice catch. Nice throw.
Big first down. First and 10 now at the 32. Williams, again, good protection, rolls out of the pocket, and he's pulled down by a host of tacklers led by Gerald Bayless. Bayless getting Williams and pulling him down.
Really coming from O.J. Brigance from the outside, getting around that big tackle, putting the pressure, making him step up to the inside. That's where Bayless, being able to get that quickness that he has. Again, you'll be able to see up in your left-hand corner, up at the top of the picture, Brigance coming around, making him step up. There's Bayless on the inside, makes the tackle for the sack in the backfield.
You got to have that pressure from the inside. If he comes to the outside, there's no pressure inside. He can step up and throw or run. Bayless' second sack of the year.
22-13. Second and 14 from the 36. Williams from the 45. The pass again intended for Robert Claiborne. This time unable to hang on to that football.
Again, the pressure by O.J. Brigance and Bayless in the backfield on Williams that time. And a field goal attempt will take place.
Well, Don Matthews is concerned because Baltimore has the last-ranked pass defense in the league. And he felt last week that they played back too much, didn't get enough pressure. And this week he was going to get pressure on this young quarterback and make him make a mistake. Right there, just a bad throw because of the pressure.
And again, Carlos Huerta. Oh, little razzle-dazzle. That's a first down. He could go all the way. Touchdown. Number 39, Tim Brody with some razzle-dazzle. The fake field goal. A big play for the Las Vegas Posse.
You want some excitement? Here it is.
It's a linebacker running the ball, Tom. I love it. This is Tim Brody here, a linebacker for the Posse. Watch him come around. It's a little shuttle pass underneath. He comes around. Now watch him miss tackle. They had it well played right here. Number 17 for Baltimore, Michael Brooks just misses the tackle. He makes the tackle. It's their ball.
Huerta, they stop him good. It's now Baltimore 22, the Posse 20. What was that you were saying about one more score?
One more score. Boy, I tell you, we got 3:07 remaining in the first half, and the Posse has come back strong, 22-20. They've got something to cheer about here tonight.
And they weren't fooled, though. That's what you get. You play the defense, you do what you're supposed to do, and you just don't execute. Watch number 17 for Baltimore. Michael Brooks. Follow his man. That's his man. He has it right there. If he makes the tackle, it's Baltimore's ball on down. He gets stiff arm, gets overpowered by a linebacker who runs over two guys. Boy, those linebackers could always run that ball, and gets in for a touchdown.
Well, gentlemen, mark my words here. We've not seen the last of this razzle-dazzle. I wouldn't be surprised. Don Matthews, before too long, attempts a similar.
Well, he's known for that. He doesn't want to be upstaged by it, does he?
No, not at all.
Well, he's been upstaged right now. Ron Meyer pulling that one off. But the problem is Baltimore's defense did a great job on it. Michael Brooks just missed the tackle. The stiff arm came through. Unbelievable.
Well, Carlos Huerta is the place kicker, but for kickoffs, it's the punter, Robbie Keane, who was the holder and made that shovel pass.
Well, he must be a good athlete.
A few minutes ago, yes.
Able to punt, kick off, and then hold for snaps, and then make a nice lateral on the play. So he's not just a punter; he's an athlete.
Here's the kick, taken by Petrie at the 15. 20. Look for some running moves. 30, 35, and then pulled down at the 37-yard line by Maurice Kelly. Exactly 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. A 2-point football game here on HDS. Baltimore 22, the Posse 20.
Tracy Ham went to the locker room after he was hurt. He was escorted all the way over to the locker room, so I didn't know if he came back out or not, but I think Kinjemi's going to be in there. As we see him right now going over to talk to the coaches on the sideline, so we don't know exactly if Tracy Ham is going to come out back in the second half, or we've seen all of them.
Well, that'll be the second tough loss for the football team. Of course, Matt Goodwin shot from the football game earlier.
Well, report just came up from the field, and it's the heat. It's got to Tracy Ham after that long run. I think that just dragged him out.
Well, hopefully he'll return. Call now for Baltimore CFL football action at 410-554-1040, and you can purchase the rest of the season, a season ticket package for $175. 7 games of CFL action at Memorial Stadium. Upcoming events include Wednesday, August 10th, the afterwork party and game against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Saturday, August 20th, fireworks. They're brought to you by First National Bank. Be on the lookout for 1994 CFL football. 5 and 3 game mini plans will go on sale 18th of August. Operators are on duty right now at Memorial Stadium at 410-554-1040 to take your order. You can charge your tickets on Visa or MasterCard right now. Call 554-1040 and get in on the excitement of Baltimore CFL football.
Had a chance to talk to Jim Sparrow, who just jumped up in the booth and was telling me that the report came up the field. That's just the heat that's gotten Tracy to try to get some liquids into him, but at halftime here, again, we'll come back out in the second half. It's no injury, his ankle's all right, so we just, it's tough out here. You know, this is a 15, 20-pound night losing weight.
Is that for us guys up here, too?
Probably.
To Jimmy. The pass to Britton. And he'll pick up 6 yards.
About 8 yards.
Did you give him 8?
Yep.
All right, you're right.
Said 7. Between the two of us, we're going to get it right here. Kajemi, good leader, great tactician back there, great help to Tracy Ham on the sideline. Now he has his opportunity to fill in.
2nd and 3. Kajemi barks out to signals. 2:31, the clock ticking remaining. 2nd and 3 from the 45. Kajemi now takes the handoff. No, gives it to Pringle, fumbles the football. The Posse may have recovered. Indeed, that's what they're motioning right now. We'll wait for it officially. They'll try to sort this one out. The Posse think they've recovered the fumble.
Well, they'll be digging into the pile. There's a lot of scrambling going on. They're pulling and tugging. Lost many a fumble. I've seen teams lose many a fumble.
Indeed, the Posse have it.
Tough one. As I say, Jimmy, his main goal right now is just to get the team into the halftime without any more damage. You see hands off, and the ball is popped. It was loosely carried from the beginning. As soon as it hit, it popped out. Pringle lost the football, and then he fell on it, but it wasn't able to keep it. It wasn't able to keep it. Must have popped back out again, but that's a tough loss for Baltimore, because right now the momentum is on the side of the Posse.
There you see Roy Hart. He's the one that forced the fumble. And another big offensive series upcoming for the Posse. 2:21 left to go. Len Williams having a good look at the defense. Hands off to Zedrick Robinson. And he'll pick up a few. 5 yards in the game.
It's time for Baltimore's defense to step up and make the big plays right now. The offense is struggling. They have to make a play. They have to do something to stop this drive and keep them on the scoreboard so they can have that lead going and have a very important sequence right here.
Clock running. 2:06 remaining. Williams in the shotgun formation. Sending his 2 receivers in motion left. And we've got a flag on the play. Illegal procedure.
Delay of game. 20-second clock ran out again. Again, that inexperience as a rookie quarterback here. He's got to be able to watch that clock and still be able to call those plays off.
And it's right in his face. I mean, you can't help but see it.
Las Vegas number 61. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Illegal procedure, indeed, the call.
Good
call on him. Number 61.
He's one of those guys that just came in this week. The offensive line coach said the thing he's got to teach the guys every week, the new guys, is the snap count. Well, obviously, they didn't learn on that one.
Some backs, the National Football League veteran, learning the CFL rules here. Williams from the 55 unloads, looks deep over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver, Curtis Mayfield.
He had him full blitz, good protection. He kept everybody in, and he was a yard, a step behind the defender. Just happened to overthrow it. You can see he has him beat. The ball is just overthrown.
That's what you want to do. That quarterback wants to lead him back to the outside and over his shoulder.
Look at this one, another 52-yarder attempted by Carlos Huerta. That desert air, I don't think we'll see any high school Harry stuff here.
Got the win, too.
It's good. 52-yard field goal makes it a 1-point Posse lead with 1:48 left to go in the first half.
Wow. A 51, a 52. You talk about the kicking game being important, especially up here in this dry air. That guy's got the wind behind him, about a 12-mile-per-hour wind, a 51, and a 52-yard field goal. Puts them up on top, 23-22, 1:48 remaining.
Got to give him credit. You know, here's a team that was down, a lot of injuries, a young quarterback. Baltimore had a chance to really drive a nail in the coffin, couldn't do it. Now they have come back and made the big play.
Gentlemen, I want to talk in terms of what Baltimore, and I think the fans back home deserve a great deal of credit for their support of this first-year football team. There's a crowd here, I understand, expected less than 10,000. And the two previous crowds don't even add up to the exhibition game in Baltimore. So another disappointing crowd for the Posse. To Jimmy, away from the rush. 25 now, still looking downfield. Hangs on to the football before stepping out of bounds. Oh, that's out of the game. Out of the game.
He has to be. He has to be.
He was hammered after he stepped out of bounds with the football.
That was Brad Lacombe, who was in as a starter for Shante Peoples, who is suspended for the game because he had some problems with the law back in Michigan. And Brad Lacombe is in as a replacement, but he's 2 steps out of bounds. And this is even more dangerous in this field. You can see he went right into the tenting on the side of the bleachers over there. Nice feet by Jimmy. Watch how far out of bounds he is right there. That's just uncalled for.
That's malicious.
That should be 25 yards in ejection.
25-yard and reject from the field. Boom.
Yeah, reject and eject, yeah.
Yes.
Gets the same result, gentlemen.
And here he comes. And look how late this is. I mean, he's got to be able to see where this quarterback is. Boom, he's all the way off the white. He's all the way into the green.
That's how folks get seriously hurt.
Yes, sir.
And Myers telling Lacombe that he can't be doing that either. Look at that.
Especially when you got the team down. You know, right now you got a chance to maybe get the ball back and get another big play. But this could change the whole momentum again.
There's still some discussion going on. Anthony Blue, another one of the many UNLV grads on this football team, talking a little trash there with a couple of Baltimore CFLers on the opposite side of the field. One more look.
Look at this shot.
Whoa!
And watch the guys come to his protection over there.
And so they should.
Yes, yeah, you got to do that. You got to protect your quarterback. Smart enough not to throw a punch, though. You saw Zubas just grabbed him and manhandled him. He deserved to get punched over doing something like that, to tell you the truth.
What's this? Another guy's getting ejected. Charles Anthony looks like he's being tossed from the football game as well.
Well, that was dumb then, because you can't afford to lose another defender. You already lost one key defensive back. We talked about the game. They don't have very many defensive backs on the roster. Now they've lost Matt Goodwin, who can play, and Charles Anthony. They're going to be real light in defensive secondary.
Charles Anthony, probably the premier defensive back on the team. Great coverage, great height.
From UNLV. I mean, he went to college here. He grew up here, played high school here, got a lot of people here. I hope that isn't the reason he had to feel like he had to step in.
Boy. Anthony certainly up for this football game coming home. Grew up in Las Vegas, attended Western High School here before starring at UNLV. And he was looking forward to tonight. Look at that. Upsets the trash can here. 8 tackles, a team best 4. Pass breakups, 1 interception. And we've yet to play a half of football. And guess what? A key defender's gone for the football game.
And this I don't understand. With that kind of rejection, everything, 2 players getting involved, this puts us in a...
Yeah, you lost the yardage. You lost the yardage. Could have been 25 yards to your advantage. They get Sean Jones in a quarterback.
Third-string quarterback. The former ACC. Player now passes the pass, and it's complete at the 45. These teams, that's the first down. These teams right now showing little love for one another.
That's a big play, though, for Sean Jones. If they don't make it, they got a punt right there. And the way things are going, they need to keep the football, to keep a little momentum, at least not give the ball back to the Posse. So a nice play by Sean Jones in his first play of the regular season.
We saw him in the Winnipeg game on HTS, the preseason. Another quick short pass and another first down. Walter Wilson to the 50-yard line.
Sean Jones, Jeff, could be the real sleeper right here. This guy, I saw him play at Georgia Tech. Unbelievable speed, great balance, got a good arm. He's the kind of kid that can make things happen in here. Right now, the quarterback has got to take control of this game.
Good calls, too. A nice quick slant and then a wide receiver screen. Nice, easy throws for a young quarterback. He was 4 for 4 in preseason, now 2 for 2.
1:03 left to go. Jones picked off by David Hollis, the Las Vegas Posse. Jones throwing his first professional interception. Hollis carries the football.
Well, they went away from the easy throws. They gave him a little more difficult one, and one he had to read. And it didn't look like the receiver was looking for the ball. He saw it come and saw it was overthrown, and then made the tackle rather than try to run for the football. But, yeah, just a poorly thrown football. Just overthrows the receiver, let him too much, right into the defender.
All right, defense.
We're inside the final minute of play in the first half. 57 seconds remaining. Handoff to Cedric Robinson.
That was a favor. Tell you what, with less than a minute to go to run the football, the way things have been going, I'm sure that the Baltimore defense is saying, go ahead, run all you want.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 34-yard line. And an impressive first half from Len Williams, the quarterback here for the Posse, making his first start on in relief. Last week in Toronto had a rough evening against the Argonauts. And another bad snap from Robert Cronenberg. And again, the alert quarterback Williams will cover up that football.
Another flag, too.
It looks like a couple of guys going at it. Number 4.
See, this is where a coach has got to get, really jump on his players. It's getting out of hand now. You're getting some personal fouls and doing some stupid things.
And it's on Baltimore.
And it's on Baltimore.
They lose that big play. They could have had him backed up, made him punt from their own end zone. Instead, if he loses his head, Alvin Walton, the guy's been around a long time. There's going to be a penalty. It may give the Posse another shot at getting something on the board before the end of the first half.
29 seconds remaining. It's a 1-point Posse lead, 23-22.
Well, luckily it was after the play. It was a face mask, so they get the advantage of the lost yardage, but they're going to touch back on the yardage and make an automatic first down because of the face mask. So they've got the advantage of the yardage, but again, now they don't think they're just going to run the clock out from here. Play it safe, most likely. That snap is going back badly.
On Meyer and Matthews.
Yeah, he's going to take the snap directly from him. No more shotgun.
Williams drops back. Good protection. Throws near side. Great reception there by Cedric Robinson. And he will be awfully close to a first down. Ricky Andrews with the tackle. Let's see where they spot the football.
Short, about a yard short.
Ball spotted at the 38.
Come on, let's go.
19 seconds left. Williams again, directly behind the center. Good protection, throws over the middle. Attempting the one-handed grab was Edric Robinson. 2 Baltimore defenders on the play, led by Tracy Gravely.
Gravely doing great coverage on that play, coming right across the middle. They will have to punt it. There's 10 seconds remaining in the first half, and anything can happen on these punts.
They might as well go out and try to block it.
They blocked one. One for a touchdown. Big turnover. And a big play. Petrie, the lone punt returner for Baltimore.
Looks like
Robbie likes that high hang time kick. Let's see what he does with this one. Much the same. Petrie at the 31. Almost stripped of the football.
Dan Petrie on the return.
They're doing a good job in covering it up with 1 second left. Will be the last play upcoming here. Torrey Wright pulling down Petrie.
Oh, fuck. You all right?
Don Matthews, I'm sure, will make some adjustments.
Yeah, a lot of regrouping at halftime. They got to figure out who their quarterback's going to be. Can Ham come back? How bad is Jimmy? If it's a third-string quarterback, will they do simplify the whole game plan at that point? A lot of decisions to be made at halftime. A lot of variables to those decisions.
We got 1 second. I'd try a little Hail Mary right here and see what happens. I don't know. Let's see what he comes up with.
Go down on one knee. Let's see. Third string quarterback in. That's John Jones. Drops back to pass. Look at this, Matty. You're right. Looks deep. Nobody there. And through the hands of the defender, Anthony Blue. There's the gun to end the first half of football. The Las Vegas Posse, the hosts leading the visiting Baltimore CFLers 23-22. 45 points in the first half. You're watching the CFL on HTS. And the rest of the HTS crew, for the first half stats and the second half kickoff here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You're watching CFL football on HTS. Bugsy Siegel started it all at the Flamingo Hilton. That's where Stan White lost his money last night.
I have no money.
You're watching the CFL on HTS. The Posse lead by 1, 23-22. Jeff Rimmer, Stan White, and Tom Matty rejoining you. And a look at the first half highlights on Home Team Sports. Here's a touchdown. Tracy Ham to Chris Armstrong.
Nice throw right down the seam. Again, we saw the fact that wide field opens up bigger seams, and Tracy Ham with enough zip to get it to Armstrong for the first touchdown for Baltimore.
Upcoming, the element of surprise. Carlos Huerta lines up for this field goal.
Two teams that really do a lot of gimmicky stuff right here, but this one works. The only thing that breaks down on Baltimore is that they didn't come in with the tackle on that. And I'm still looking for the deep man to come on up and make the tackle. Where is he?
What's he waiting for?
Yeah.
He's going to tackle him in the end zone?
Petrie does not come up fast.
No reaction at all.
None. Another touchdown pass. Upcoming, Tracy Ham will find the former Calgary Stampeder, Eddie Britton.
This is the one where they came out with the strange huddle in the backfield. All three receivers, they came out real late, confused the defense, and made him play zone close to the end zone. Eddie Britton just finds the dead spot, catches the ball just over the goal line. As we talked about defensively, you got to stay in front of the receivers down there. Although, again, Tom, we talked about the fact that with the longer end zones, it's a little tougher to do.
A lot tougher to do, especially have some room to run around in there. Ryan Meyer coming around has to be very happy with his team's comeback.
Now, the good news, I see Tracy Ham on the far side of the field throwing the football. So that is a big, big asset to the Baltimore CFLers as they get set for the second half of football. Tracy Ham on the sideline and loosening up. I know Jim Spiros was really concerned as he visited with us at halftime, wondering if Ham would be able to continue in this football game, and there he is.
Well, he's going to come back. My question is, and we've all been through it with cramps, The first time he runs, he's going to grab up on him again. This heat's not going to give up this tonight. It's going to be hot all night. And once it gets started, it's tough, no matter how much the fluids they put into you, to get yourself back on a balance.
Last time he threw the football, he looked like he was in obvious pain. And we'll have to wait and see if either he, Kajemi, or Sean Jones come back in the football game.
Well, I was taking a look over there from the report on Kajemi. I think he hurt his his wrist when he fell into those boards over there. So I don't know if Kajemi's going to be able to play or not.
Well, he's out here holding, Tom, so the wrist must be not too bad. He's taking snaps, practicing holding right now at about the 45-yard line on the sideline. So if he can hold with a left wrist, he probably can play because it's not his throwing hand.
There were many altercations in the first half of football. We're going to get a look at one of them here. Stan, look at this. This is where Kajemi will scramble out of the pocket. Heads-up play here, and he is leveled outside of the football field.
Not just outside, but way outside. But again, Baltimore loses here in the exchange. You got Lacombe, who is playing as a replacement, and then Charles Anthony comes over. We can see if we can. I'd like to see where he did this, number 9. See if we can find him. We're looking. There he comes, right there. Now, what did he do that gets him thrown out of the game? Did he hit the official, or did he come off the bench? He can't come off the bench because he's on the bench. It's the bench area. Well, without the helmet, maybe they considered coming off the bench. If he had his helmet on, he wouldn't have got thrown out. But a little bit silly on their part to get involved with that and get kicked out.
You can see Kajemi's hands taped up. That left hand is taped up around his thumb and everything.
Cedric Robinson takes the second half kickoff. Actually, both teams hit the ground at the 26-yard line, and that's where they'll scrimmage to start their second half. Alvin Walton.
Yeah, nice play by Walton. Makes the dive, takes his legs out from under him in the open field. We'll see it right here. Alvin Walton's made a lot of tackles in his career, and he knows how to make that open field tackle. Very important to get him down on that.
That's a veteran going down there sacrificing his body, Stan. Got to play a lot of positions in this game. With only 36 players, now we're down to 34.
And 2 defensive backs out. They were light anyhow.
Len Williams, quick toss to Robinson. He has to come back for the football. Now, do they rule that one a reception? No.
It's just a quick throw, and it's he comes in behind the first receiver. You can see almost blocked. That's pretty close to being a catch and a fumble. That's pretty close. I guess where they're in doubt, they always rule it an incomplete pass.
Second down and 10. The ball at the 26. Third quarter just underway. Baltimore trailing by 1, 23-22. Back in the shotgun formation. They've had all kinds of trouble with those shotgun snaps. This one right into the arms of Williams, but he throws the football away, and it's a punting situation.
There's a nice read by Tracy Gravely there. It was an automatic. On certain schemes with a rollout where they keep blockers in, it's up to the Sam linebacker to realize it and force the play. He read his defense correct, even though it was his own. He came on the blitz and forced him to throw the football.
All right, we've got the halftime stats here. Len Williams, 8 of 15, 172 yards, and 1 touchdown for Baltimore's Tracy Ham as we see this high kick once more. Fielded by Petrie. Gets away from the host of tacklers. Fumbles the football, picks it right back up. He's deep into the Posse territory at the 35-yard line before the kicker, actually the putter, Nabi Keene, knocks him out of bounds. I was to say that Tracy Ham completed 8 of 16 for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns, and there is an injured member of the Posse.
You take a look at really total offense this first half. There's no big significance difference between the teams. Baltimore has 227 total yards. Total offense for the Posse, they have 195. So time of possession is interesting because Baltimore had the ball 22 minutes and 11 seconds versus 16 and some odd change for the Posse. So possessions on our side, but scores on theirs. A couple key plays. That big field goal was a great play.
Well, this is a basketball player, a dribble, and he picks it up, but he didn't call traveling, so he gets all the yardage. The tackle made by the punter, the last man in line right there.
There's James Richards back on his field now. Richards getting some help. And look who's coming out to play the third quarter. Tracy Ham. I wouldn't say he looks like he's 100% though.
No. Here's a kid that is just a hungry football player. I'm telling you, he doesn't want to come off that. He doesn't want to come out of the game. If he's injured, he wants to get in there and play. He's a real leader, and I think this will pep up the offense on Baltimore right here. We need that kind of leadership to get this team rolling. He's got to make things happen. It's in his hands.
Tracy Ham looks like he's still favoring that ankle. And obviously also suffering from some leg cramps. Back in the pocket. Now throws the pass intended. No, there's no receivers around there.
Should have been a penalty. Number 97.
The Posse's asking for a penalty.
Yeah, Jeff Sawyer tackled the running back. Pringle was a screen pass. There's no pass interference behind the line of scrimmage, but you still can't hold a guy. You can't tackle him. Watch here. It's a set-up screen. They had 4 receivers to one side to clear it out. Pringle comes up, and watch him laying on the ground. Jeff Sawyer, number 97, just tackles him. See, face mask there, too. Oh, a couple penalties should have been called.
Boy. Smith pulling Ham down. Now Ham out of the pocket. He's got some running room. 30. Steps out of bounds with a 25. A first down for Baltimore. And you called it, Tom. This guy's got a lot of character and a great deal of leadership. He reminds me of another former CFL quarterback, Tom Wilkinson. And Don Matthews was talking about Tom Wilkinson yesterday. A guy that just gives it everything he's got.
Tracy feels that pressure right there, breaks back out to the outside, knows exactly how much distance he has to get that first down, and steps out of bounds before he gets a shot.
Ham looks over the middle. The pass intended for Walter Wilson. Below his outstretched hands, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 27, 13:09 left to go here in quarter 3.
You know, Tracy, when he's scrambling now, every step he's hoping that the cramps don't come back. Right. It's tough in this heat, as we said before. Those things just don't go away.
Ham sends 4 receivers right. Pringle with a block. Looks downfield. Caught by Joe Washington. Another first down, it appears. And indeed, they move the yardsticks. Tracy Ham coming back here in the second half to lead the Baltimore offense.
And we talked about it, Jeff. Mike Pringle, nice block to allow him to get around the corner. You can see right there Pringle taking a little punishment, but at least getting in front of him and keeping him from getting to Ham, allowing him to break containment and get the pass off.
4 receivers to the wide side of the football field. The ball in the near hash mark. Ham throws to Pringle. He's got some running room. He's to the 10, and he's met by a host of tacklers led by Anthony Blue and pulled down, but not before he picks up close to 5 yards on the play.
Just a quick little screen out there. Everybody's on that side. It's just a little flare out. Watch Tracy set up in the pocket right here. Just dumps it right to Pringle. Pringle then tries to set up his block, set that guy up, break it back to the outside. Good running. Good tackling on defense, but good setup by Pringle.
Tracy Ham doing a good job spreading out that D of the Posse.
Audibling.
Ham sees something defensively. Now rolls right. Away from the oncoming rush. He's got some room. There's a good block behind the line of scrimmage. Now Ham throws to the end zone. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Walter Wilson. Good scrambling there from Tracy Ham. There's Wilson, the intended receiver.
And a catch he's got to make. You're in the end zone. You don't get very many chances for touchdowns in any league. Now watch Tracy does the old U-turn. Now watch the block right here. Portnack. Yeah, nice block by Portnack, yes. And now watch the throw. You've got to make it. It was on both hands on it. You got to catch it. Tough catch it would have been.
Tough catch, but boy, you've got to catch those balls. This is where a quarterback gets so frustrated. You don't want to walk back in the huddle, I can tell you that.
Here's Igwe, his first field goal attempt in quite some time. Let's watch maybe some razzle-dazzle from Baltimore. to Jimmy will hold. Sets it up. Higgy is good. Baltimore regains the lead.
Every time he kicks the ball, he gets a point.
25-23 Baltimore. 11 minutes, 37 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Come on out this Wednesday from 5 to 7 at Memorial Stadium for the CFL's after-work party in the party zone. Party on the field. Then go to the Baltimore-Hamilton CFL game. $14 will get you into the party and the football game. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. You'll have a chance to win a new car. Be part of the special happy hour. There'll be food and beverage prices. And get in on other contests and door prizes. Get a group of 20 or more together, and your admission price is just $9 each. Call now, 410-554-1040, and talk to a CFL ticket seller now. 554-1040, your number for the after-work party, Wednesday from 5 to 7. The football game starts at 7:30. Robinson and James Bullock back to receive the kickoff from Donald Igwebuike.
You know, Jeff, we even have to keep drinking the water up here because, boy, I'll tell you, it just goes right through you and out.
I want to lose that 15 pounds you were talking about.
I got you.
We won't say anything about that, Tom. We'll let you say it. We won't say it.
We got four ex-Baltimore Colts working here. We got Joe Washington and Bruce Laird working with Bruce Cunningham on the radio. Got Stan White and myself, and I'll tell you, the three of them look pretty good. I need to get back in shape. But I'm the old dog. You gotta remember that. I'm the old dog.
So you're not going to say you weigh as much as the three of us combined.
No. Don't get smart. Don't get smart.
Well, that's a tough one. Here's Igwebuike's kickoff. Robinson back to receive to the 20. Looks for some blocks. The blockers set up. Robinson now to the 33 before he's tackled by a host of oncoming Baltimore CFLers, led by Petrie and Ken Watson.
Jeff, again, what they're trying to do is they're trying to start from that one side of the field, break it back all the way over to the other side over here. We got 60-some yards to come across. He looks for that seam and turns it right up the middle. This is good running by a back on a kickoff return. Good field position.
Williams gets up right behind Sonnenberg, who's had some difficulty snapping the football. Here's the handoff to Robinson, goes straight ahead off the right tackle. And he'll pick up 2, possibly 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7, a passing situation.
Alvin Walden coming in from the outside there, making the tackle. Good filling of the hole. They keep trying to run that ball on first down every once in a while, just to mix her up to keep that defense honest. But it gives them a 2nd and 8 situation.
Williams, straight back to pass. Gets some good protection. Looks over the middle. One-handed catch. Outstanding grab by Prince Wimbley III. Wow.
That ball was tipped. I think Ricky Andrews got his hand on it, but not enough to throw it off for Prince Wimbley III, their leading receiver. You can see the ball being tipped right here as it comes over the line. Is it? Yeah, yes. It is Ricky Andrews, but just got his fingers on it. Nice one-handed catch. Stopped the fly of the ball, got the nose of the ball, stopped it and brought it down. Good catch.
With some Fred Biletnikoff stickum on that glove, no doubt.
Yeah.
Williams, good pass protection, throws it to the near side. Petrie with the tackle. Torrey Wright, the receiver. And again, Kemper's getting a little short.
Well, they thought he might have fumbled the ball, but they called him down on the play. Baltimore hoping to come up with a favorable call. See it right here. See those. When does the ball come out? He's down. It was pretty close, but I think his knee may have been down on that one. See if we can see it from this angle. Well, maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe not. You know, it may have been a real fumble.
Great camera coverage, guys. I'll tell you, that ball, how you're getting right in there.
Shotgun formation. Williams. Short screen pass. Cut. First down, some open field, and pulled down at the 37-yard line. Torrey Wright again with a reception.
We talked about that play with Don Matthews yesterday. They're going to send the linebacker, and if the guy blocks, the linebacker no longer has him to cover. We asked, what do you do if he blocks and then goes out? You can see he blocks, slams the guy, goes out, and he's beyond all the rushers. And then the secondary men who were covering man-to-man had to come all the way up and cover him.
First and 10 from the 38. And that one took too long.
It's one of the gambles you take when you start sending people on the read, which means if he comes out, I cover him. If he stays in, I go ahead and blitz.
That's right. That's that lookout block I used to give Unitas every once in a while. I'd check to see if the linebacker was coming, and I'd flare, and then the linebacker would come, and I couldn't get back to the inside. All I'd do is yell, look out!
Len Williams out of Northwestern University. Rookie quarterback making his first CFL start. Cronenberg again with a long snap. Williams away from the oncoming rush. Mays run out of the pocket. Up the line of scrimmage and then dances his way outside. Stepping out of bounds before hit by Walton.
Well, he was trying to signal to Prince Wembley III to go deep. He had him in Wembley. Instead, came back toward him. Right here, watch him bring the ball up to throw it. He sees him. He thinks he's got him, and all of a sudden Wembley breaks back, and he has nobody to throw it to.
I just got another report on the injury thing. Robert Presbury broke his finger, his thumb, and they already put it in a cast. He's back out playing, and he's a guy that we have to have in there. Does a great job.
It leads the league in sacks right now with 5.
Played outstanding football for Coach Don Matthews. Williams throws it up. The intended receiver was Curtis Mayfield.
Nice coverage by Irwin Smith. So just like we saw earlier, he got him body between the long pass and the receiver.
Stan, that's great. This guy has that tendency to be able to put that body between him and the ball, which is great, but then the receiver has to run right over him to catch it.
Now Carlos Huerta with a 51-yarder, a 52-yarder. This one will be 53. In the desert air.
In the right direction. Got the wind behind him.
Got it? No. Just short of the goal line. It'll be run out. Petrie to the 5, the 10, looking for some running room before being pulled down at the 14-yard line.
That's the gamble you take. They're going to take the ball out in the 45-yard line where the line of scrimmage was at 6. But they feel they could get some long returns. Gizmo Williams returned 115 yards on a missed field goal the other night for Edmonton. And Don Matthews thought he could do that against the big offensive lineman for the Posse on the field goal protection. But pretty good coverage by these big guys.
Now, he could have conceded a point in the end zone under the Canadian Football League rules, and he decided not to do that, knowing this is a close football game, and he ran it back to the 13-yard line.
And I think Don Matthews is telling him right there that 1 point didn't mean anything. They would have given us the ball on the 45-yard line, and look where they are now, backed up. So I think,
I think he's saying if it bounces like that and takes that much time, he's got to stay. If you can catch it in the air and go with it, then you go. And he's probably mad he didn't catch it in the air.
Why not? One of the members of the Posse, and there are the Posse cheerleaders working the crowd here. It may not be a big crowd, but it's certainly one that's in this football game. The Posse trailing Baltimore 25-23.
Well, you got to
call now for Baltimore CFL football action at 410-554-1040, and you can purchase the rest of the season ticket package for just $175. 7 games of CFL action, all at Memorial Stadium. Upcoming events include Wednesday, the 10th of August, the after-work party and game against the Tiger Cats. Saturday, the 20th, fireworks brought to you by First National Bank. Be on the lookout for 94 CFL football 5- and 3-game mini plans. They'll go on sale the 18th of August. Operators are on duty now at Memorial Stadium at 410-554-1040 to take your orders. You can charge your tickets on Visa or MasterCard. Call 554-1040 now and get in on the excitement of Baltimore CFL football. Tracy Ham will start this series from the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Baltimore. 1st and 10. Hand, quick toss. And on the far side of the field, pulled down after a 1st down. Could be a face masking call as well. And that will add some yardage to the reception.
Major foul, face mask, Las Vegas number 21. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Wayne Johnson, excuse me. And indeed, it does add some yardage to the 1st down reception.
That's putting them back, right back in great field position. They're out almost to the 40-yard line now. 1st down, and Tracy's got to keep the ball moving right now.
Good protection, quick toss. And this time the reception once more by Joe Washington, who had made the previous catch. Wayne Johnson again defending on the play.
They're putting all 4 receivers into the short side of the field, overloading that short side, and just throwing to the underneath man, and hoping to draw him up so they can go deep next time.
Eddie Brick, number 1, flank. Wide left, Walter Williams, Joe Washington. Field. And I believe Clark, all out there. 5 receivers downfield, and it's caught by number 84, Walter Wilson at the 50-yard line into Las Vegas Posse territory.
That's complete to number 84, Wilson.
Cedric Crawford defending on the play.
Walter Wilson taps the defender on top of the head right here. Again, Tracy Ham rolling right out here. This is just great athletic ability to be able to split that zone, hooked up right in between the 2 defensive backs, looked it into the hands, caught the ball.
Tim Brody, the Vegas Posse defender, in a great deal of pain. The line, look at that. Up for the camera.
I think he has the cramp. He's the one that jumped in the air to knock down the pass and landed, but those were the cameras. Reminds me of Lowenstein when they were carrying him off with a stretcher. That's right. Put both hands up in the air and went back down on the stretcher. So here.
Our HDS camera crew ushered off the field by one of the officials, but not before he got a good look at Tim Brody.
Yeah, a little cramp that he's getting to everybody at this point, but Tommy, you're right, Tracy Ham, great athletic ability. 2 guys were in his face. He was running. He was able to get the ball between both defenders and between both defenders downfield. Had enough zip on it. That's a very, very difficult pass, not just to complete, but to throw in at all.
That's exactly right, Stan. The guy has great athletic ability, and that's what you can't underestimate with Tracy Ham. And I think that big long run really, drained a lot out of him when he went down there for 80-some yards, almost 90 yards on that play. But I think he's come back in his second half, and I got a lot of fluids in him at halftime, and he's got to keep those fluids in him the whole time. As you can see right there, all those calf muscles just cramp up, and boy, I'd say his back hurts.
Yeah, when you go to jump, that's really an abdoid tight. Now, he leaped up in the air, and I'm sure it cramped just as he jumped.
Still working on that calf muscle.
It's just taking off to the sideline and work on it, though. It's not that big a deal. You have to stay in the middle of the field to do it. But I'm sure Tracy Ham will take all the
time and rest. He'll get some rest stuff there. This is working for the benefit of Baltimore right now. Gives Tracy a little bit of rest out there, getting the team together.
An injury timeout here, giving us an opportunity to again point out to the Baltimore CFL Football Club, who would like to thank Bruning Paint for their help in making Memorial Stadium look great this year. Its 40th anniversary. Bruning Paint supplies several thousand gallons of paint. The Baltimore CFL Football Club is proud of the job they did.
Yeah, good old Larry Collins and the boys, the top management over there at Bruning did a great job. I had the opportunity to set that program up for them, and they were the first paint company in Baltimore to step up and be accounted for, because we needed to fix up that stadium, and that's exactly what we did. And if anybody comes out to take a look at Memorial Stadium, it just looks great right now, I'll tell you that. And Stan, I'll tell you, the thing about it is they've done such a great job. Fine host has done a great job for us. They're setting up the concessions, and I it's a real experience to come out to the ballpark. So come on out.
Wednesday for the party. You're going to be at the party.
I'm going to be at the party. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know that. It's free food.
Free food.
Haven't missed the party yet.
I know that.
Talking about free food, where'd you spend dinner last night? Tracy Ham. The toss to Eddie Britton, who scampers down the right sideline inside the 40 before he's bumped out of bounds.
Tackle made by number 4.
It'll be second down as they move the line of scrimmage to the 42. Second down and about 2.5 to go.
This is one of those running situations, the rare ones you have, because they set up for that trap play right now.
4 receivers in motion right. This is Pringle. Inside the 40 to the 37, a first down for Baltimore.
A good run by Pringle here. Again, they're not too much blocking at the point of attack. Pringle picks his hole, cuts back up to the inside, and gets the first down. A critical situation in getting that one.
Yeah, that play hadn't worked too often. They were lined up with the offset back for that trap play. I was very concerned there was going to be another loss.
Greg Tucker, the tackler, first and 10 from the 37. Hand throws, caught by number 81, Chris Armstrong at the 32-yard line.
I think maybe Coach Matthews had a few things to say at halftime about catching the ball, looking into your hands, and tucking it away.
Well, you can see on this play that he makes sure he catches the ball before he starts to run. He doesn't get a good start, but he makes sure he gets the ball in his hands and then runs. He doesn't gamble to make that step before he catches the football.
Second and 4. Hand off to Pringle. Pringle looking for some running room, and he's pulled down
Close
by
to the first
Greg
down.
Tucker.
That's going to be real close. First, I thought it was going to be a little short, but the way they're marking it looks like a pretty favorable mark at this point.
Jason Medlick also in on the tackle.
This is what they call, they're sucking air out there right now. That field is so hot.
On both sides.
On both sides.
Yeah, they're glad there's going to be a measurement, let's put it that way.
Let's see where they mark that football. And they get a first down by the nose of the football. First down, Baltimore. 4:28 left to go, third quarter. Baltimore 25, Las Vegas 23. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Dick Subis counting the members of the CFLers on the field. Walter Wilson, wide left. He is the only receiver left. 4 receivers in motion right. The oncoming rush. Tracy Ham scrambles. Finds Walter Wilson at the 25. They've got the 15, the 10. And he's inside the 5-yard line. Stepping out of bounds at about the 4. Another first down. Move those yardsticks.
I'll tell you, great adjustment by Tracy Ham again. This is just sheer athletic ability. This kid sets up, cuts back to the inside, breaks back outside, finds Walter Wilson. Walter Wilson's still running away. Great pass. The guy kept the ball right out there. Ham made the adjustment.
Ham takes the handoff to Pringle. Looks into the end zone. Armstrong, Chris Armstrong coming back from the end zone out to the 1-yard line, and they're ruling it an incomplete pass. Armstrong was standing 1 foot inside the end zone.
How can the official right in front of him not call it, and this guy from the back corner call it? I mean, it may have been incomplete, but watch the official right in front of it. Doesn't make a play. The guy's standing right at our line. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's a catch, and this guy doesn't call it, right? He doesn't call it. The guy comes all the way from the back. He has no business making that call.
Second and 4. Tracy Ham scrambles to the 5, throws in the end zone, touchdown. Baltimore. Cooper Ludo. But hold on. It looked like Tupeludo made the reception. The Posse say no, and the official will confer.
Well, he stone dropped it. That's because it was wide open. It was right in his chest. Another great athletic play. Looks like he's going to run in the last second. Throws the football under pressure. Wobbly. Right into his hands. Right into the breadbasket. He did drop the
football. Wow.
Just a
my God.
pure drop. That was an easy one to catch.
So Igwe and Ron Kajemi come out. Kajemi will hold. Again, be prepared for the element of surprise. Down, up, and good. Igwe takes the 3 points, the sure 3, and it's 28-23, a 5-point Baltimore lead. You're watching the CFL on HTS. See the time remaining, 2:58, third quarter.
Tom, we've seen the last 2 field goals have had drop balls in the end zone. On second down, both times Chris Armstrong dropped one the last drive.
Yes.
And, the one he dove out for, and now this time Tui Peluto drops it. And
I'd like to know how many
points difference.
I would really like to know how many drop balls have happened tonight. These receivers have got to look that ball in their hands. That was just a little dunk pass to him. He should never drop that ball.
Reminds me of another game earlier on this season. Don Matthews very upset with the receiving corps. In fact, it cost 1 or 2 players their jobs, and we're again seeing some dropped footballs. Coach Matthews cannot be pleased with what he's seen.
The other thing that possibly could happen on some of these plays like that, when he comes up to the line, there would have been a possibility that Tracy could have ran that one in.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was.
I thought he was going to run it in. I think he had the chance. He didn't put that head down and jump through there. I think he might have been able to get the touchdown.
Yeah, but then he saw the guy standing in the end zone by himself, so he figured this is just a lot easier just to toss it to him.
Dunk pass.
He didn't expect him to drop it, that's for sure.
Glenn Williams.
Made the right decision.
Coach Ron Meyer's choice to lead the Posse here tonight. And an impressive first game for Williams. He did come on in relief in Toronto, a loss to the Argonauts, but this is Williams' first ever Canadian Football League start out of Northwestern University.
Well, Ron Meyer told us yesterday, the way he put it was, this guy spins the ball as well as most of the people I've been around.
And he does.
And,
he throws the football well.
He's got a nice arm. And as you said, he moves the ball a little bit better than we'd have thought, even looking at him yesterday.
Robert Cronenberg will snap in the shotgun formation. Williams from the 25, an open receiver to the 55 and into Baltimore territory. Robert Claiborne will move the yardsticks with a big reception into Baltimore territory.
Well, that's what happens when you play a zone and give him a lot of time. This guy's just standing on the sideline. The strong safety has to take the inside or outside, man. He goes for the inside and has to come all the way out to the outside. Ken Watson made the wrong, well, he had to make a decision. It just took too long for him to throw the ball.
Williams again in shotgun formation, away from the oncoming rush. The pass caught by number 88, running back Cedric Robinson, and they'll move the yardsticks once more.
The one thing that Ron Meyer is doing with this young quarterback, he's giving him the short underneath pattern, letting him dump that ball over. And again, watch Williams. He just sets this up. The back sets up one way, goes back the other, picks it up right there. Alvin Walton coming from the backside all the way over to make the tackle. That was his man. Got caught in traffic.
Yeah, just a reverse shuttle pass, really.
Yes.
Ball marked at the 40, 1st and 10. Las Vegas calling it audible at the line of scrimmage. Here's the quarterback, Williams. He'll look deep. Down into the right field corner. The intended receiver was Curtis Mayfield, held up by a couple of Baltimore defenders. And Williams will see the Posse 2nd and 10 for the 40.
You can see him looking at his wrist. He's got the plays on his wrist there, a la Tom Matty.
A la Tom Matty.
Let's see what you see. Williams throws the football here, and then watch his reaction here. He knows it's incomplete, and he's not too happy about it.
Now I know why Matty was huddled in the corner with Len Williams at the news conference yesterday. He's giving him a few pointers.
A few pointers is right.
Williams in the shotgun formation. Looks over the middle and holding out of that football. It was bouncing off his chest, but he was able to hold on. The leading receiver, Prince Wimbley III for the Las Vegas Posse.
Tackle made by number 33, Ken Watson.
Enough for the first down on that one. Good pattern coming right underneath. Again, Williams is taking the short stuff. And they're giving it to him underneath. Receiver coming right across the middle. Good grab.
A good concentration. Now watch his last little stretch here. Good knowledge of where the first down is. Good awareness on the field. That's tough to know that when you're crossing and bobbling the ball. It's still a little short, but he puts him in a good situation with the defensive line.
With that 1 yard they have to stay off the ball, this is almost like a gimme.
This is where you need to fake like he's a quarterback sneak and then pop up and throw it. I mean, that would really surprise somebody.
Third down, inches to go.
You know, Stan, that's not a bad idea. I mean, if you're a gambler right here, and especially in this town, do that real fake of that quarterback sneak and just pop it to the receiver.
Williams takes the snap, goes straight ahead, and he'll certainly have enough for the first down.
No question about that. Don't take the chance when you don't have to.
Oh, it's easy to say now.
Yeah.
When he made it, right? Yeah.
You notice how he took that snap from center, and again, there's all kinds of problems between Cronenberg and Williams. Well, we said the crowd was expected to be around 10,000. How about 10,122? Another disappointing crowd here in Las Vegas.
Reverse.
Dancing away from a couple of tacklers. Vanover with what looks like almost another first down. They'll give it 7 yards for Tamarick Vanover out of Florida State, the marquee player who got a couple of passes back-to-back, including one for a touchdown in the first half.
And he's broken some long ones in his college career on the reverse. That was one of the favorite plays for him at Florida State. And a good thing somebody slowed him up there, because if he got by the final man going the opposite direction, I had to cut back. It would have been a long way to the end zone.
Williams, back to pass. Whoops. The receiver on the far side, Cedric Robinson. And there's the gun to end the third quarter with the Posse marching. One more look at the Robinson reception.
Baltimore CFL football.
Town that never sleeps. They say that about New York City. CFL football on HTS tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada, the heart of the desert. The Posse cheerleaders leading the home team on, and they're marching towards pay dirt. Williams drops back to pass, looks into the corner of the end zone. The pass intended for Curtis Mayfield. Excellent defensive coverage there from Tracy Gravely.
Again, Williams looking to the sideline for the play from Ron Meyer. Good defense by Baltimore on that one. Gravely playing a great game tonight. Defensive backs are in trouble. 2 of them are in the locker room already.
Ron Meyer, 5 years as head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Boy, does he like the trash Bob Irsay. Can't be that bad a guy, can he? Williams looks over the middle. Caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Number 89, Curtis Mayfield. And again, the Posse go in front.
Same play, the middle linebacker, number 91, Ricky Andrews. He's got to take the short crossing patterns. He actually knocked Carl Anthony off the coverage. And saw Anthony go up to him later and say, listen, I'm counting on you on these short crossing.
You've got to be able to knock that guy down, slow him up, hit him, do something.
Carlos Huerta, the extra point. And it's a 2-point Posse lead. Las Vegas 30, Baltimore 28.
Defensive backs are playing outside technique. They're counting on inside help.
And for the Posse, Pringle.
That was attempted onside little pooch kick. Ron Meyer's pulling out all the stops tonight.
He sure is.
The ball didn't even go 10 yards, though. Baltimore, if they'd have been alert, they could have stepped right in front of that and run in for a touchdown. It sort of intercepted the pooch kick.
Hey, Ron Meyer's not holding anything back tonight to try to be able to get a win for his team here.
Of course, Baltimore looking for a victory of their own. Coach John Matthews looking to keep pace with the Eastern Conference leaders, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. who won earlier on this week, are now 3-2. Baltimore can similarly have a 3-2 record with a win here tonight.
These officials have,
I don't know what they're trying to
I don't know
sort
what
out.
they're solving on this. It has to go 10 yards, obviously.
Illegal kickoff. The ball did not travel 10 yards. Las Vegas was the first to touch the ball. Baltimore elects to take the ball, first down.
All right, great field, Patricia.
Another change in the NFL. In the NFL, when that happens, it's a 5-yard penalty the first time. The second time, you get the option.
Right.
It's a little pooch kick. It's just a bad kick by the kicker. And he realizes it right away. It does not go 10. Now, stay right there. If number 7, Tracy Gravely, could have been one step quicker, he'd have caught that ball and walked in for a touchdown.
Well, big break for Baltimore. Let's see if they can cash in against the Posse. Speaking of cashing in, this is where you do it. Las Vegas, Nevada. Tracy Ham, all kinds of time now, scrambles out of the pocket, and he's pulled down behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, Tracy setting up right here, seeing the pressure coming. Breaks back to the outside. It can cut back up inside on that one, I think, to put a lot more pressure on him. Now it puts him in a second and long situation.
Nick Smith pulling down Ham at 2nd and 19. Ball spotted in Posse territory at the 52. Tracy Ham fakes again the oncoming rush. Now looks downfield, in and out of the hands of number 84, Walter Wilson. He was bumped just as he tried to hang on to that football.
Maurice Kelly makes a nice hit. It's a nice, again, a good play by Tracy to get free, but it just so long he gets out further than what the pattern calls for into another zone, and the man makes Maurice Kelly makes the hit that jars the ball loose.
I said Walter Wilson. It was actually Chris Armstrong, number 84, on the far side of the field that could not hang on to the football. Wilson now comes to the near side. A punting situation. Now gets back and will provide some blocking here. Josh Miller, the left-footed kicker, looking for the corner of the end zone, and it bounces out at the 8-yard line where the Posse will scrimmage the football. There's a flag on the play.
We have a flag on the play.
It's on Las Vegas.
I believe it's holding.
The question is, did it happen after the ball was punted?
Las Vegas 92. After this is the goal line and first down.
Wow, big play. Ron Meyer on the field, and Baltimore gets the ball and half the distance to the goal line. They go.
Well, they're glad it was after the kick because they've been holding before the ball was punted, and Baltimore would have got the ball back on the penalty.
So, the Posse will scrimmage, led by their quarterback, Glenn Williams, who marches back out of the field.
15 for 28, 298 yards, 2 TDs, and no interceptions. The one thing that Don Matthews was trying to do tonight was to put some pressure on this young rookie quarterback, and just hasn't been able to get back in that backfield. This heat has taken its toll on both teams tonight.
Well, that's been the problem with Baltimore's pass defense has been, because we've talked about their defensive backs are pretty good cover men, but they haven't put enough pressure on it, and consequently they're last in the league in pass defense. Been their thorn.
You see the time remaining here in the fourth quarter, 12:59. Las Vegas leading 30-28.
Could be a big chance for the Baltimore defense to make up for some of their sins, I guess you could put it right now. If they can hold them, make them punt out of their own end zone, they can get great field position out of it and give the Baltimore offense a chance to put themselves in the lead. They'd be in field goal position almost
Right away,
on the exchange, because they'd be punting into the wind, too. Although it looks like it's died down quite a bit.
Died
The flags
down.
are pretty left now.
You know, they say it's hot on the football field. They were estimating the temperature at 120 degrees at kickoff time. It was 112 outside at kickoff time. I'll tell you, it must be 130 here in this broadcast booth. It's working fine. We're going to have to put Tom Addy on the scales when this game's over.
Right, the ball carrier.
Defense came up with a play, got about 5 yards on it. That's all. Ricky in 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6 situation. Just a quick trap up the middle again.
Right, the ball carrier. Andrews, the tackler. It's 2nd and 6.
Big tackle by Ricky Andrews, trying to make up for the missed coverages he's had. But he's the guy, the last guy for another 15 yards before to make that tackle, and he did hold on and make it.
Posse on their own 9-yard line.
Lifts his arm.
Another handoff. This one to Robinson. He finds little or no running room. And a big play defensively will put the Posse into a punting situation from their own end zone. Those of you that were with us in the first half, a big turnover, a block punt, and a touchdown scored by the specialty teams of the Baltimore Football Club, and they need another similar type effort here.
A nice strong tackle. I couldn't see where the defensive lineman was, but he, one arm around the leg was able to make the tackle and stop him from getting the first down.
Keene will let this one go, likely from the goal line. He's 4 yards in the end zone now. Steps up to the goal line and gets a tremendous kick. Kenley dances his way inside the 45 to the 43. Excellent field position for the Baltimore CFLers.
Good concentration by Canley on that punt there. With another good punt. Their kicking game up here, I think, is one of the best in the league. The punter is the best in the league. Is that right, Stan?
Yeah, he's leading the league. He's first in gross yardage and second net yardage, as far as net yardage being the punt minus the return.
Anthony Blue made the tackle, and he's the one that's down and appears to be in some difficulty.
See if we can see if he got any injuries or if it's just another one of these cramps. Coming in from the side, number 2. He ducked his head. You saw him duck his head. He may have dinged his own head there on that. I don't know if he's out down there or not. It looks like he's moving around. Yeah, I think he just dinged himself a little bit when he ducked his head. But these kids are up this late. Never duck your head when you're going to make a tackle.
Coach John Matthews.
Or block, by the way. I did that when I was a rookie and some linebacker. I ducked my head down. A linebacker by the name of Wayne Walker trying to jump up over top of me. Hit me with his knee as he's going up there and crushed 2 vertebrae, and I met back. My rookie year, I missed 8 games because of it. So don't ever, if you're playing football, duck that head. Look right in there.
J.C. Ham sending all his receivers to the short side of the field. Ham away from the oncoming rush and throws it up into the stand. Chris Armstrong was the intended receiver.
Tracy Ham throwing that ball so there would be no interception.
Now the fan that caught that football not wanting to give it back and finally is urged to do so and does.
Oh, it's a tight league, babe.
I was going to say,
come on.
I was going to say if at Camden Yards, if an opposition member of the team or the team that's visiting the Orioles hits a home run, they'll throw it back from the outfield stands. And here's Armstrong with the catch, and he is hit immediately. Chris Armstrong with a first down reception, and he appears to be in some difficulty of his own. But look at this. Gets right back up. He was hit hard right there at the corner. David Hollis.
Yeah, Hollis is standing there. I don't think it's much of a hit at all. He doesn't knock the ball loose or anything like it. He almost stopped. That wasn't what I call a tough hit. That was almost a shy away by the free safety. And he stands there like he did something.
Well, that one hurt. I'm glad I'm up here.
Yeah. That didn't hurt.
Offside. Flags down. Steps out of the pocket. He's got some running room. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. But hold on.
We got an offside. Again, across the line of scrimmage. Flags down. Gee. You talk about, whoa. We'll have to listen to the official on this one.
Baltimore number 80. 5-yard penalty. First down for safety.
Tracy makes it happen, and a mistake again like that is the kind of things that you can't have happen on a football field.
Timing's everything. They've run this motion every play of this game. The first time they go offside, Tracy scrambles for a touchdown.
Wow.
Tough break.
He had an 82-yard run in the first half to set up his score. All the receivers wide right. Quick toss to Hanley. Off his hands and play whistle down.
That was supposed to be in the lateral. That's why Canley was going after the football, because if it's backwards at all, it's not a forward pass, it's a lateral, and it's a free ball. Let's take a look at it and see, because the ball, that's pretty close. I guess to give him the benefit of the doubt on one that's directly sideways.
All right, Tracy, baby, come on.
Second and 15 from the 26. Now looks left. Got it. Walter Wilson. Does he get it? Got it. Close. He's got to call it. Awfully close to pass interference.
Underthrown. He had him for the touchdown. He just threw it up there, and the defensive back was able to make the adjustment and come back. Al Jordan, watch, he's way behind the defender. He has to wait for the football. I think the key was, Don, he's turned around looking for the ball is why they didn't call it. The receiver's coming back.
This one will put Baltimore in front. Spotted at the 32. It's up. It's good. Baltimore in this Esau Fair now leads by 1. Remember that point that was run out of the end zone? It's the ball of the football game.
It could mean the difference. A lot of time left in this ball game. 61 points already scored, and we are still a long way from the end. 9:47 remaining on the clock in the fourth quarter.
You are watching the CFL on HTS. We're in the desert tonight, Las Vegas, Nevada. 9 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. Jeff Rimmer, Tom Maddie, Stan White joining you here on HTS from Las Vegas, Nevada. Sam Boyd Stadium, the home of the Las Vegas Posse, who trail by 1. Coach Don Matthews into biting fingernails here in this fourth quarter. It's that kind of football game. Williams lays one out over the top of the intended receiver.
Williams still has those fresh legs running around out there, I'll tell you that. They may be little chubby ones, but he seems to be dancing around pretty good tonight.
Big play here defensively. Get the ball back.
Oh, boy.
I need to put some pressure. I need to somehow make a quick throw and not be able to sit back here and just pick out a receiver.
Second and 10 to the 35. Williams back in shotgun formation. 3 receivers, wide right. Williams out of the pocket, looks downfield, coming back for the football, but unable to get his hands on it. The intended receiver, Al Whiting.
Well, he did. He brought the linebackers to 91. Ricky Andrews is coming. You see Tracy Gravely, the Sam linebacker, coming. And you also saw, of course, every time coming, O.J. Bergransky put a good, and they forced him out of the pocket, made him throw on the run, and he wasn't up to it.
Again, watch for trickery. This guy's pulled everything in the book tonight.
Not now.
Robbie Keane standing at his own 20. Petrie at the 30 of Baltimore. He'll field this punt. Very little or no rush. Another booming kick. Petrie back to his 25. Looks right. Looks to follow the blocking, and there's a flag on the play.
Don't like the looks of that. Yep.
Tim Brody, the tackler, but there is a flag down. Let's see.
It'll be a clip or an illegal block on Baltimore.
Well, they certainly are marching the football back, so indeed it is.
Clipping. Baltimore number 50 on the return. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Ernest Fields, the penalized player. And now Baltimore, not unlike the Posse in their last series, will scrimmage from deep in their own zone. Ball spotted, the far hash mark at the 18 12-yard line. Or, excuse me, 13-yard line. Tracy Ham, quick toss. Eddie Britton steps inside and is pulled down immediately. He'll pick up 5-6 yards possibly. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Little wide receiver screen. They put 4 men into the sideline. 3 of them go down and block, and Britton from the outside bends around behind him. And it's a safe pass, and it gets them 6 yards and puts them in a good position to convert at this point.
2nd and 5 from the 18. Tracy Ham again with some good protection. First down reception. And stepping over the 30 to the 32, the receiver, Chris Armstrong. Tim Brody again the tackle for the Las Vegas Posse.
That's 2nd and 4. You can do a lot of things on 2nd and 4, and the first pass is the key there to get out of trouble.
Get out of trouble. Get it out of that deep in our own zone.
Bottom line, they move the yardstick. Another first down. This one from the 32. Again, Ham looks over the middle, picked off, and all kinds of open running room for Greg Tucker. Tucker to the 10-yard line for the Las Vegas Posse. A big play defensively.
Whoa, boy. Real big play. He's playing sort of the man in the middle free short for those short crossing patterns. He read the play, and Tracy never saw him. Threw it to the receiver, and as he was cut to the middle, see him stand right in the middle free. He breaks across in front. Makes a nice play on the ball. That's the play, the one that Ricky Andrews has not been making for Baltimore tonight, but Greg Tucker makes at a very opportune moment for the Posse.
Matthews conferring with quarterback Tracy Ham. Back to pass, Williams. Great pass rush from Baltimore. Throws it into the end zone. Between 2 receivers. Al Whiting and Cedric Robinson. Both in the vicinity of the football, and the ball's going between the 2.
They don't call holding, offensive holding very much in this league. I noticed that tonight. He grabbed O.J. Bergranson and was pulling him backwards from behind. Watch him right there. Oh, man. Unfortunately for Baltimore, the defensive back, Gravely, never even saw the pass.
Big play defensively, 2nd and 10. The ball on the 10-yard line. 6:50 left to go. Williams, from the oncoming rush, gets away. He's got some yardage to the line of scrimmage to the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
If there was ever a chance to block a field goal, here we go.
Well, how about the sack? O.J. Bergance misses him. Gravely misses him. They're lucky he didn't go all the way right here.
Ricky Andrews and Alvin Walton in on the tackle, but away from the oncoming pass rush. I'll tell you, they said Williams had absolutely no running ability. Boy, were they wrong. Wow. Carlos Huerta watched for a little razzle-dazzle here, but I'm sure Ron Meyer says go for the 3. Huerta out of the University of Miami. It's up. It's good. And the Posse in the seesaw affair now lead by 2, 33 to 31. You're watching the CFL on HBS. Jeff Rimmer, Stan White, and Tom Matty rejoining you here from the desert in Las Vegas, Nevada. 6:19 left to go, 4th quarter. On HBS, it's Baltimore trailing by 2.
Well, it's been a great game. I didn't expect it to really be that great a game.
I didn't either.
I really thought with all the injuries and everything that Las Vegas had in Baltimore, especially coming after that disappointing loss after the big lead last week, would take the game under control. They haven't been able to do it.
Tracy Ham in shotgun formation. Eddie Britton back to make the reception at the 35, still on his feet. And the Posse game tackling right now, Tim Brody and Jeff Sawyer.
They're coming on strong, you know. When you play this well, it starts to be infectious, and it's really going through the whole team. They're hustling all over the field.
We talked in terms of what Baltimore would have left for the 4th quarter. The desert heat taking its toll, I'm afraid.
Infectious, I guess.
It is infectious. This Posse is rising to the occasion right now.
Ham with all kinds of time. Look. throws over the middle. Walter Wilson inside the Posse zone. 45, 40, 30, 20. He's down the right sideline before he steps out of bounds at the 13. Tremendous reception. Big play for Baltimore.
And it was again, it was the pass protection that allowed him to have 3 or 4 crossing men before he finally found Walter Wilson.
And he's
See how
down.
long this takes? This is about the 4th guy who crosses through that zone. And it's just a good hustle by David Hollis to come from behind to get Wilson. Watch him come. Watch his last desperation tackle. Just got that back ankle and got him out of bounds, or he'd have been all the way.
Wilson is down inside the 10, as is a member of the defense, Tim Brody, who's been in on a number of tackles tonight. And Brody's the one that was injured on this side of the field earlier on.
He's cramping up again is what's happening.
Yeah, get him off the field, though, this time. Come on.
There's no camera there either, so he's not smiling.
Here's the Wilson play in the rerun right here, and he comes down really hard on that shoulder.
That's a turf problem right there. When you hit that hard on this turf, it's gonna send something through the rest of the body. You can see right here, watch it comes down. He can't get the arm down to support himself. Woo! Now that's the type that can separate a shoulder or dislocate an elbow.
While Brody's back on his feet, or excuse me, Wilson also back on his feet, as is Brody.
Well, you can see how that shakes up his body. When his body was hitting that ground, it was just rolling and bouncing all over the place.
Big night for Walter, 114 yards receiving.
Well, he's the leading receiver on the team right now, and continuing to have a good night here. He's just got to come back and suck it up right now. This is the time where it's a gut check for everybody on this team, and I know that Don Matthews has these guys in great condition, so we've got to come back right now, put it together, give this touchdown right here to forge out ahead, give us a little breathing room.
Stan, you played in the USFL in the desert of Arizona. What's tougher, playing in the heat and the humidity of the East, or playing in the extreme, the excessive heat in the desert?
The humidity's tougher, but mentally, you can't come in and get used to this one time because it's so hot, it works on you mentally.
Tracy hands off to Pringle. Pringle with some running room. 5-yard line. 4 to 2. And before he's pulled down, and another penalty here. It could be a face masking call, which will work the Baltimore, well, not much to Baltimore's favor.
Well, give him an automatic first down, that's for sure, and plus move the ball closer to the goal line.
1 yard, half the distance to the goal line.
Baker foul. Face mask. Las Vegas number 11. First down.
Maurice Kelly, the culprit, number 11 of the Posse.
Nice little counter trap. It's the counter tray that the Redskins made so famous. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Almost. And just hard running right here. You can't see the face mask from that angle.
You can see him reach around, though.
Pringle just did a good job of running the football. Another cramp up over here.
First and goal from the 1 yard line.
Chris Armstrong.
Handoff. And pulled down. Not before he got over the goal line. Anderson with the tackle reaching behind the ball carrier to keep him out of the end zone.
Exactly why you're much better on the 1 than the 2. I think they got some gain. I think he's inside the 1, about the half-yard line.
Mark it to 1 yard line. See, they bring it right back down to that 1 yard line because we're off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you got to give them a yard, so they move it back to the 1 yard line. And again, the offensive and defensive line separated by that full yard. So second and goal. In motion left. Here's Ham keeping. Touchdown. Baltimore back in front. 3:50 left to go. And the big catch by Walter Wilson, setting up the touchdown run by Tracy Ham. And again, that ankle showing Ham a little discomfort.
And Tracy Ham, watch him here with the effort he puts forth on this one. Just following those big offensive linemen right off that left guard, finding the slot.
Well, he's following a guy 6'4", 300 pounds, too, in Ballard. Picks the right spot, that's for sure.
That's like having Big Jim Parker up there. I would love to follow him.
Yeah, that's a little nuances, bringing that ball back to the 1. It's a little different.
It's up and good. He kicked that one right out of the stadium, or so it appears.
With 3:41 left in the fourth quarter, the score now Baltimore 38, Las Vegas 33.
3 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Baltimore leading a hot summer night in the desert of Las Vegas, Nevada. The CFL on HTS. A couple of Baltimore Colt bookends. Tom Matty on my left, Stan White on the right. Here's the kickoff with Baltimore leading. 3:40 left to go. 38-33. Bullock tripped up and pulled down by number 86 of the CFLers, Robert Clark.
Yeah, Robert just joined the team. Robert's had an extensive NFL career. Was one of the leading receivers of the Detroit Lions for 3 years in a row. Does a nice job of having Duchesne forcing him back to the inside, and then still being able to make the tackle. Just takes the position, the right position, and gets the legs out from under their ball carrier. Good play.
Great play. 1st and 10. The ball on the 33-yard line. Williams in shotgun formation. Cronenberg with a good snap. Williams looks over the middle. One-handed catch. No, he couldn't hang on. The intended receiver, Torrey Wright, had the football, started looking for some running room, and then lost the football.
Ken Watson from the backside on this. The safety blitz is on. Watch 33 up in your left-hand corner coming in, putting the pressure on the quarterback. Doing a little gambling on defense now, Stan.
Would you see him sneak through the line of scrimmage like he was going to block, force him to blitz, and then snuck through? So they're realizing what Baltimore's doing with that key blitz.
3:07, the clock ticking. Remaining, 4th quarter. Back to pass. Williams over the middle. Nice catch by number 82, Prince Wimbley III. And he's got a big first down across the midfield stripe at the 55. In the Baltimore territory at the 53. Wimbley, the leading receiver.
Ricky Andrews again, same exact thing. He's got the free over the middle. He's not making the play. He's got to make this play right here. See, right there, he's just not making the play. If you can't play the defense if he can't make that play.
Irwin Smith finally pulling Wimbley down inside Baltimore territory.
The defensive back is counting on him to make that play.
Yes,
if he's not there, you put your defensive back at a tremendous disadvantage because he starts to overplay it and he'll get beat someplace else.
You're watching the CFL on HTS. 2:51 left in the 4th quarter.
A couple eyes better be looking on that defense. Come up with a big play. Let's go defense.
Williams back in shotgun formation. Throws it and caught. All kinds of running room. Inside the 25 to the 22. Torrey Wright with a big reception. Ricky Andrews with a tackle.
That check down out of the backfield. You can see he just pretends like he's going to block, then comes out. He's wide open, nobody on him.
Again, Andrews right there, but too late to the coverage. He's got to pick up that man coming out of the backfield.
Williams has his receiver spread all over the field. Drops back to pass. Looks right. Throws. Intended for Robert Claiborne. Petrie defending on the play.
I think Baltimore will be very happy to get out of this with a three-pointer.
Look at him. Look at it. Look at him. Look at the wrist. See how Williams looks for the wrist and calls the play.
The key is, will they even try a three-pointer, Tom? There's only 2:17 left. It's 38 to 33. Will they go for it in 3rd down if they have to?
2nd and 10. Ball on the 22. Williams takes the snap. Back at his 35. Throws over the middle. Is it cut? Indeed it is. Curtis Mayfield with another first down as they move the yardsticks. Irvin Smith defending on the play.
Again, right here, Len Williams setting up in the pocket. Pressure coming from the outside. He steps up to the inside, drills it right over the middle. Low and down, defensive back is right there. Perfect throw, could not get to the ball.
This is where that Baltimore pass defense must come through. Williams takes the snap. Looks in the end zone. Great defensive play there by Number 17, Michael Brooks, to back the ball away from the intended receiver.
Nice close on the ball. He made up all that distance in the last 5 yards. Watch, the receiver is open, but Brooks has a nice jump, gets his hand in there at the last minute. Oh, that was a beautiful play and good athletic ability to make up that amount of ground.
Robert Claiborne was the intended receiver. Another second down play.
That's what your free safety has to do. He has to make those plays.
Second and goal. 1:51 left to go. Williams, awfully impressive start here tonight for the Las Vegas Posse. Out of the pocket, tripped up and falls. Not back to the line of scrimmage. O.J. Brigitte's getting a hand on Williams. And what will Ron Meyer go to here? Meyer's looking at the playbook now on the sideline.
He's going for it. He scrambled, good coverage. They knocked the receivers down who were crossing this time rather than letting them go all the way across.
All the way across. That's what they should have been doing all night long. Those guys are coming up underneath the coverage. The middle linebackers got to clean their clocks when they're coming across there.
Here's the football game right here on this play. Williams back to pass. Looks over the middle. Baltimore will take over. They needed the touchdown. Baltimore takes over on downs. The ball was caught by number 89, Curtis Mayfield, but tackled before stepping into the end zone by Irwin Smith. So Baltimore, with a big defensive play, now takes over on downs. 1:21 left to go.
It was a blitz. They had man-to-man coverage. Now, he got away from him on the inside, which you don't want to do, but again, the speed to make up for it, Tom, and make the tackle before he got to the end zone. People wonder why you would throw the ball there, not throw it into the end zone. But when you're throwing crossing patterns, you got to pick the guy that's open and hope he can break the tackle or get into the end zone.
Tracy Ham in the I formation. Now, the receivers go in motion. The handoff to Pringle. He's to the 5-6 yard line before he's pulled down. Baltimore needs some first downs. We've still got plenty of time left to go. Greg Tucker with the tackle. 1:16 showing on the clock.
Good running by Pringle here back to the inside, giving the Baltimore a little bit of room to move around out there. But Tracy Ham has got to come up with a big play on this one.
There'll be about 1 minute to go when the ball snaps.
Tracy Ham lines up behind Rick Stubis, the center for Baltimore. Hands off again to Pringle. Got some running room. He's got a first down.
What a play.
That's a giant play right there.
David Hollis pulling down Pringle.
And the Posse takes their timeout, their one timeout this half, to stop that clock.
We're going to stay right here with you, folks. Okay, the final seconds ticking on.
Yeah, when they gave the ball to him, I said, geez, I can't believe they're running it again. But a good counter play, some good blocks, and just nice running by Pringle. Gets the first down, and big play. Because if you got to punt from your own end zone into the wind like we have here, you're going to get good field position.
Tracy Ham coming back off the sidelines after visiting with head coach Don Matthews. So it's 1st and 10. The ball on the 19-yard line. All the receivers in motion right. Handoff to Pringle. Past the line of scrimmage, picks up 1, maybe 2 or 3 yards at the most.
That was close to a fumble. Seeing that ball come out. They got in there very quickly and hit him just after the handoff was made before he got the ball into his body. But luckily for the Colts, for Baltimore, he was able to pull the ball in.
See how hard it is?
You guys are each fined $10. I'll take it at the end of the game. I'll play a few slot machines on the way out.
All I want to do is get out of the town and beat this Posse, that's all.
The clock running. Tracy Ham takes his time. Out of the I formation, the receivers in motion. Ham out of the pocket. Oncoming rush. Throws it. Armstrong with a big catch at the 20.
Short of the first down, though.
Calvin Nicholson.
The pressure made the receiver come back to the ball, and when coming back, he got in this side. You can see him crossing all the way here, but Tracy had to throw the ball short. He had to come back. He makes the catch, but he tries to dive backwards for a first down, but can't get quite enough.
If I am not mistaken, Once they start that clock, they can run down. It's 19 seconds, 20-second clock. We can stay right on the ground.
The Florida State star, part of the national championship last year, Mark Vanover.
You're right. The game clock's at 11 and the 20-second clock's at 12.
And Ham will count it down.
He didn't have to snap the ball.
Vanover now, and going down to one knee is the quarterback, Tracy Ham. The time has expired. What a thrilling victory for the Baltimore CFLers. Coach Don Matthews and Baltimore a winner 38-33 over an inspired Las Vegas Posse Football Club.
New
Walter
franchise.
Wilson. 2 new franchises.
Yes.
How about the play of the game had to be Walter Wilson when it looked like the Posse were on their way to shutting down the Baltimore offense. Wilson makes the catch of the night as Tracy Ham scrambles, finds the receiver, and Baltimore picks up its 3rd win in 5 games, 38-33 over the host Las Vegas Posse. We'll be back, our post-game show ahead. You're watching the CFL on HTS. And White, Tom Addy back here in the desert of Las Vegas, Nevada. The Baltimore holds on to beat the Las Vegas Posse 38-33. And gentlemen, no question, we said it here just a few moments ago, the play of the game had to be that exceptional catch and run by Walter Wilson.
And Tracy Ham made it possible by the scramble all this time. Not even a scramble. I mean, the blocking made it possible, to tell you the truth. They gave him all that time. And Walter makes a nice run to spin and just about goes all the way. Only a last-second, last-disc tackle by the free safety Hollis stopped him.
Stan, you said on the defensive side of the football, this play was a big one.
Well, yeah, Irvin Smith, this is the one that would have put them ahead in the last minute of the game, but Irvin Smith comes up with a big tackle to keep him out of the end zone. And that's the key. You'll give him anything up to that 1-yard line and keep him out of the end zone. That's exactly what Irvin did. Nice close after he caught the ball to get to him quick enough to bring him down so he couldn't stretch the ball out over the end zone line.
So the updated standings up to the minute. Baltimore back on top in a tie with Winnipeg. Both teams 3 wins in their first 5 starts. Ottawa and Toronto follow with 2 wins in their first 5. Hamilton, again, the Tiger Cats will be at Memorial Stadium on Wednesday night, sporting a record of 1-4. Shreveport 0-5 in this, their rookie year. Out west, Calgary and Edmonton tied with 4 wins and 5 starts, along with the BC Lions. Sacramento at 3-2. Las Vegas falls below 500, as are Ray Yock's Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Well, the one thing that we could say about Tracy Ham is he came back. He's a competitor, Jeff. He came back after being dehydrated and really, just really tired out from the heat. He was 21 for 39 tonight for 307 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a great effort by Tracy Ham.
Boy, what a great football game. And you never know in the CFL, right up until the final gun, what could happen. Stan?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's Baltimore or if it's the league itself, but like you said, no matter how many points you get ahead, you can never feel safe. And Baltimore has seen that happen so many times this year. It happened again tonight, but on the other hand, they were able to persevere tonight and still win the football game after losing that lead.
I was kidding with Tom Addy early in the first half. Matty said, hey, one more score and
put it away.
Cruise.
Yeah,
in the first half, right? Not in this league.
Not in this league, that's for sure. But again, tonight, you take a look at the final score, 38-33, 71 points scored in a game. This is exciting football. Come on out and see us August 10th, next Wednesday night. We have a great game. Party out in the outfield. We'll be having some great parties, and we're looking forward to have people coming there.
Yeah, meet Jeff Rimmer.
Meet Jeff Rimmer.
Party on, eh?
Party on, eh? You got to get that A in.
Ham and eggs, eh? Well, that's it here from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Jeff Rimmer for Tom Addy and Stan White saying good night from Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, where once again the final score, Baltimore 38, the Posse 33. Be sure to be with HTS for 5 more exciting Baltimore CFL games this season, beginning with live coverage of the Saskatchewan-Baltimore matchup on September the 18th. We'll also have the Hamilton game for you on tape delay. CFL football is a production of HTS, the CFL Colts, and your local cable operator.
92, Richard Krychek stormed through a tough LA field to win the